I thought I unmuted my mic. Whoopsie. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Hi, Narina. Hi, Jade. Hi, Lev. Hi, Solar. Hi, Denny. Sleep well. How you all doing today? Happy Saturday. I swear I pressed the button and it didn't want to. Oh, God, Neil's grabbing me. Hi, Neil. Hi, Jade. Oh, wait, I already said hi to Jade. Whoopsies. Hi again. Hi again, everybody. There we go. How y'all doing? Happy Saturday. Happy wonderful day. Happy chill day. Happy. Hey, guess what? We're finally talking about the TV dinner alignment chart. Also, you might hear some music in the background. You might hear some copyrighted music in the background. Well, guess what? If you're watching this in the future, hopefully you're not. Probably not, because it shouldn't be playing on that track. I should have it set up so that only live will you actually hear the music in the background. But if you go back to watch it, it won't be on the VOD. Which kind of works out perfectly, so I can listen to the music I want to listen to and watch. Or listen to while I yap about all this stuff. Drama while watching the Purple Boyo lose his mind. Let's go. Hell yeah. How's that go for Tulk? I am curious. I am also lurking in his stream, seeing that nonsense. Oh, hey, good. He's got the unregistered Hypercamp 2 going. Hell yeah. Let's go. He is suffering perfect. Alrighty, so, I gotta ask y'all. TV dinner alignment chart. Have you ever heard anything before? Watch this, VOD watchers. Isla, Chia, how you doing? Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. What brings you here? Hope all's well with you. But yeah, let's see here. Chat, we got a TV dinner alignment chart to talk about. And you might be wondering, like, Zep, what the hell does that even mean? Well, have I got some news for you? Let me try to zoom in a bit on this. Let's see here. You want to show support? Heck yeah, appreciate it. Thank ya. God, there we go. Can I zoom in on this? How? Oh god, I gotta figure out stuff. So I gotta. I made a whole ass explanation chart. That's right. I didn't just do a little bit on this. No, no, no. I went all in. I went ham on this. I'm hoping I can figure out something to zoom in on this, but it doesn't look like I can easily. So, in light of that, we're gonna do a little different things. So, here's what we got. We got, your standard D&D chart, okay? Lawful good, neutral good, chaotic good, lawful neutral, true neutral, chaotic neutral, lawful evil, neutral evil, and chaotic evil. That's right. It's a whole frickin' chart here. The fumes. But the fumes smell so good, Neeps. Also, hi, Neeps, how's it going? Had to do a little sippy there. But yeah, we got a crazy-ass chart here. We got a big chart here. So let's get started with this. Now, we have, of course, lawful good at the top. Top left. That's where, you go to the store, you get an actual, factual, straight up, actually find it in the frozen section. TV dinner. Honest to goodness TV dinner right there. That comes with its own tray. It's instructions to reheat it. And it's a full meal. So, you can just pop it in the oven, pop it out, eat it straight from that tray. You're good. I'm talking like a banquet meal, a hungry man meal, or a kid's cuisine. Or, sorry, as I was seeing when I scrolled around, kid cuisine. Not possessive. Just, kid cuisine. So that's your basic TV dinner. That's your straight up, regular old, plain and simple, straightforward TV dinner. The way, the good folks at wherever they first came from back in, I think it was the 50s, maybe the 40s, as they made it back then. Pop it in the oven, pop it in the microwave, throw it in an air fryer if you're lucky enough. That. Straight up that. Then, we go down to neutral good. So this is a meal. It can be cooked in its own package. But you should move it to another vessel for consumption. You could eat it straight out of the package it comes in. But, maybe you should move it to, a plate or a proper bowl or something so you don't, accidentally poke a hole in it, make a mess of it, or, you just get, a bunch of other nonsense built into it. I'm talking like an MRE or some bagged chili. Regular old, plain and simple stuff there. Yeah. it's still a full meal. An MRE, you get all of what you need from it. Word's hard, apparently. You get a whole day's meal in there. A whole meal in that. Maybe even a whole day of calories in that. But it's still a full meal. You still get all sorts of different things in that. And then we go into chaotic good. Now, what makes this chaotic as opposed to neutral? Well, that's where the meal should be cooked and eaten from a different package that comes in. Alright? Now, it still constitutes a full meal. I'm thinking things like hamburger helper, or a bird's eye skillet meal, a frozen pizza, or a can of soup. You really shouldn't cook a can of soup in its can, especially in the microwave. Because, you know, something microwaving metal, that doesn't go too well. And hamburger helper, I mean, it comes in a box, but you're not going to eat it from the box. I'm talking regular old hamburger helper. You want to add other things to it. You throw it in a pan. Or the bird's eye skillet meal. You're not going to cook that in the bag. You got to throw that in a skillet. Hence the term, skillet meal right there. So yeah, that's a rough idea, chaotic good. Narina's already taking notes. That's right, chat. Pay attention. Take notes. Get your notes ready. Alright, but next up, let's move up to neutral. Can you eat it using your hands? I mean, hey, pizza's on there. A frozen pizza? You can eat it with your hands. Technically, Lev, you can eat anything with your hands if you try hard enough. You can eat, a bag of chili with your hands. It's very allowable, very doable. But let's move up to lawful neutral now. Or down to, I should say. Down and back to lawful neutral. So the meal comes with its own tray you can eat from. You're still getting that tray. You move it in there, you eat it. And you could eat it as a full meal. You very well could. But ideally, you're going to want something else with that to make it a complete meal. Like, it's going to be part of the complete meal. Part of a complete balanced breakfast. You use a spoon and your hand to eat every day at home. Hey, there we go. Hell yeah, Lev. Hey, what if I told you I was using my hand to eat most of my meal today? Because I had some chicken wings. Oh, they were good chicken wings, that tells you. But, lawful neutral. You get its own tray, you can eat it as a full meal, but you should have other things with it. I'm talking like a portable protein pack, a Chef Boyardee cup, or, a thing cup noodle. Now, you may be wondering, like, okay, I've gone through 4 of these with all these examples. Are you going to actually put them on the chart? And yes, I will. We'll get to that, don't you worry. We'll get you that full presentation there. But we got to keep going through all these. Like neutral. This is true neutral. This is as neutral as it can get for a TV dinner. I mean, it's still, straying from the regular old TV dinner. But hey, you can still eat it in front of the TV. As something, you can cook it and eat it from its own package. But you should probably move it to another vessel to eat it. And ideally, you'll want other things to go with that for it to be a complete meal. Now this, I'm talking like, frozen chicken pot pie. You get one of those little chicken pot pies, you pop it in the oven for an hour or so, pop it out of there, it's in its own container. It's got its own, like, microwave safe thing or oven safe thing it sits in. You could eat it from that. And you can eat just that. But after you eat that, you may be like, I need a little extra there. Maybe you're wanting some extra veggies, or maybe you're just like, man, I could use some rice with that, exactly. The same goes with bagel bites. Like, yeah, you can pop it in the oven, pop it in the microwave, eat it straight from that little tray it comes in. But you're going to want to probably have something else with that, because it is just frozen pizza. And usually it's just like, dough, tomato, cheese, very heavily processed meat. I wouldn't call it regular old meat. No, it's very heavily processed. So you're going to want something else with that, probably. Also, chances are you're probably going to be sharing those bagel bites. I don't know, maybe you'll be greedy and just eat those bagel bites all on their own like a gremlin. But next is chaotic neutral. Now this is a meal. You must cook it and eat it from a different package it comes in. And you need something else with that. I'm talking like a frozen sandwich or a frozen small burrito. That frozen sandwich, yeah, it's a sandwich. But you know what goes great with a sandwich? Chips. Or crisps if you're in the UK. Nice crunchy potato chip. Delicious potato chip. Or maybe, you're like tortilla chips. The same with the frozen small burrito. Yeah, you can go get like a bean and cheese little tiny 39-cent burrito by Tina's. Is it going to be a full meal? Hell no. Unless you're like just a little hungry, but no, you're going to want more than that. It's not going to be all that, filling, all that, full of nutrition. You're going to need more. Now we go into the evil part of it. The evil TV dinners. Now, lawful evil. You're still getting a tray. They're still providing you something to eat it from. However, this is just one item in a thing. Whereas the neutral category, you had like 2 or 3 parts to it. Nah, lawful evil, you're getting one thing out of that meal, and one thing only. Uncle Ben's bag of rice? Yeah, you can eat it from the bag. A lot of them let you eat it from the bag. But it's just rice. You're not getting anything else from that, it is just rice. Same with a cup of mac and cheese. You can add water or milk, add the cheese powder, mix it all up, nuke it for like, the minute or so. But it is just mac and cheese. Are you getting any meat out of it, any veggies out of it? No! You're getting just macaroni and cheese. You're gonna need more. You're gonna want more than that. Or you can, use it as a snack, but you're gonna need more to that for your TV dinner. Big word here, dinner. Next, neutral evil. Now, like the rest of the neutral categories, yeah, it's in a vessel you can cook it from. You can eat it from there, but you should move to something else. And again, it's a single item. Mac and cheese like that is enough for you? Ah, but Lev, you're gonna need more mac and cheese. I mean, I'm gonna want more mac and cheese, that's for sure. But neutral evil, though. We're talking like, you get one item. You're gonna need other things. Like a steamer veggie bag. Yeah, you can, steam that veggies in there. You'll want to move it to, another thing, but hey, you're gonna want more than that for sure. Or store-bought muffins. You're gonna get, a container of store-bought muffins. I'm talking like, 4 muffins. Are you gonna eat it, like, just out of the dish? I really doubt it. You could, but I doubt that. Or, a family pack of Salisbury steak. That's gonna give you, like, I don't know, we'll say at least 4, probably, up to 8 Salisbury steaks in there. But you ain't gonna want to eat that all on your own. It's a family pack. That's meant to be served onto another dish. You could do that, though. You could very well do that. They do give you that tray, swimming in that gravy. And finally, we move on to chaotic evil. This is the furthest you get from a TV dinner. If a TV dinner in lawful good is like, basically people's religion, chaotic evil, that's where you're spitting in the face of them. That's where you're just taking everything they've deemed holy and just throwing it to the wayside. The food. This is where it really mixes up too. The food comes with questionable instructions or no instructions. Instructions could be very unclear. Instructions could not exist even so. And it's not a full meal. You're gonna have to add stuff to it. Now, this one, I was doing a bit of thinking about this earlier. And you may see one thing in here, it's like, oh, that's definitely a chaotic evil for a TV dinner. But we're gonna go down the list here. Raw shrimp in a bag. Are you gonna eat raw shrimp straight from the bag? God, I hope not. Unless you want to get sick and have a one-way ticket to the hospital? Well, hopefully it's not one way, but it could be. If you just eat that shrimp from that bag hole. Ooh. Yeah, you're going to want to do other stuff to that. You're going to want to cook that up. That raw shrimp, yeah, you don't want that to be raw. You have to cook it for sure. Exactly. Jade, I'm scared with you saying ha 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 like that. But the next thing, a head of broccoli. Do you get instructions with a head of broccoli when you go to the grocery store? Go to the produce section and just pick up a head of broccoli? I don't. I've never seen instructions with a head of broccoli from the produce section. Nah, it's just a flat-out head of broccoli. Nothing there. It's not a full meal. You're going to want to do something to that. You could eat it raw, but you're probably going to want to chop it up, though. Or, steam it. Or roast it or something. But, a whole big head of broccoli, Nah, that ain't a full meal. That ain't a meal. That's just a head of broccoli. Now, here's what I was thinking would be a little controversial. I was thinking about that. A homemade meal. Now, yes, with some things you make, you could be following some instructions. But then again, if some things I cook, I don't really follow instructions. I'm just like, I know how to cook this. I go with it. Like, I get a pack of pork chops and a potato from the grocery store, and maybe, bag of baby carrots. I'm like, I'm grilling up that pork chop. I'm mashing up that potato. I'm gonna eat those baby carrots raw. That's 3 different things I'm doing to it. Am I following instructions? No, I'm just following, especially with the pork chops, What I know, it's my sense, it's my meat cooking sense that I'm following. Is it chaotic evil? Quite possibly. It's gonna be winging it, but is it gonna be good in the end? Yes, because I know what I'm doing. Same with the mashed potatoes. There's plenty of instructions out there on how to cook mashed potatoes, but that potato did not come with instructions. No, that potato came with the skin and the delicious potatoey inside that it is. And then you add stuff to it, too. And those baby carrots, I mean, yeah, you can just eat those baby carrots raw. Nothing there, nothing fancy. You just eat those baby carrots. No big deal. Oh. But you can steam them. You can roast them. You can cook them. You can do whatever you want with them. It's just baby carrots in a bag. Now this last one here, I thought was funny as hell when I was working with one of the mods to get this together. A tub of frosting. Is a tub of frosting a meal? Should you be eating a tub of frosting straight from the tub and just call that your dinner? God, I hope not. If you do that, oh buddy, we gotta have some talks here. We gotta talk about that and what you're eating if you're just gonna eat a tub of frosting for dinner. But, hey, maybe, you're just like, I need food. I don't care. You can go for that. I wouldn't recommend it, though. Not with the slightest, but... Is eating cookie dough from a can a chaotic evil TV dinner? Yes, it is, Jade. Yes, it is. Because it's just cookie dough. It's flat out cookie dough. Should you cook it? Yes. And even if they say you should cook it and you're just eating it straight from the can, I would consider that chaotic. We might have to redefine chaotic a little bit, but that's kind of what we're going with. Anyway, now that we got that sorted out, now that that's all fine and dandy, I really should figure out a thing to zoom in on this stuff. But hey, we got that there. How's about we go to the tier list, which I gotta, shuffle a couple things around so I can see this a little better. Now, let's get started. Let's bring up our first item. The Banquet Salisbury Steak Meal. The all-reliable, this is a TV dinner. You can pop it in the microwave straight from the tray it's in. You just gotta take it out of the box. You cook it for whatever the instructions say. You pop it out of there. You grab a fork, you can start eating right out of it in front of the TV. That is a TV dinner. That is where it all begins. That is also hiding from my, list of items. Oh, nope, there it is, there it is. That, actually, I should zoom in. That, oh god, it is chugging along here. Oh god, why is it chugging? Oh boy, you get back down there. That is lawful good. Boom. That's your TV dinner. Straight up. What's next? That portable protein pack. Now that's what we were talking about for lawful neutral. You can eat it straight from there, easily. In fact, it comes with a tray. But you should add some stuff to it. That's not a full meal right there. You get that as 12 grams of protein, but you're gonna want more than that. That's for dang sure. Also, I'm gonna zoom out real quick and so I can find that. Where'd that portable protein pack go in my mess of foods? There it is. Whoop. Why is opera? There we go. That's our lawful neutral. Up next, that's Chef Boyardee beef ravioli. Why is it ordered like this? Hi. Oh, wait. Oh, I know why it is. I should have started those with a 0. Dang it. Oh, well. That's our other... Actually, let me get the TV dinner chart on my other screen just so I can be 100% certain about it. Just so I can be fully sure. But yeah, that's another lawful neutral one. Yeah. Pop that in the microwave, you can eat it straight out of that. But you're gonna want more than that. Especially, I mean, as small as that is. It's so tiny, it's so small, it's so little. It's so lawful neutral. And again, we're back at the cup noodle. Again, you could make that a full meal, but you're gonna want something more than that. But it does come in its own convenient cup you can eat it from. Just add that hot water and let it sit for 3 minutes. And hey, you may want to add some more to it as well. Plain and simple, good old simple cup of noodles. Had a good bit of those in college. Monkey's Void. Hey, welcome in, Monkey's Void. How you doing? Welcome to the chaos of the TV dinner alignment chart. We got some chaos going. We got some beautiful food stuff going on. We got a whole lot of food to throw around. We also got some music playing in the background because otherwise there's going to be some down spots to it. But hey, why not have a little bit of music going on? Have it nice and quiet for the stream, or something for the stream. But yeah, TV dinner alignment chart. If you had a meal, how would it fall as a TV dinner? Do you get everything right out the get-go? Or are you adding things to it? Are you jazzing it up? Or are you adding some extra things to it? Is it complete on its own? Is it just raw shrimp in a bag? I hope it's not raw shrimp in a bag. If it is raw shrimp in a bag, we gotta have a talk. Thank you for the follow, Monkey's Void. Appreciates it. So yeah, let's get back to... Ooh, I gotta update that goal on Twitch now that I hit the 1K mark. But let's get back to this. We got our cup noodle there. We got it ranked up. We got it in lawful neutral. We've only gone through 4 things so far. We got a lot more to go. So what's next? Next up is our chicken pot pie, our frozen chicken pot pie. Now something like this, yeah, it could probably be a full meal on its own. But you may want a little something else with it afterwards. Also, it is hella loaded with sodium, but you know what? I've never had the delectable treat known as ant salad. I have never even heard of ant salad, actually. Do tell. Do share while I, explain this and place it on the chart. Now, this is the true neutral. Yeah, you get most of what you need here. You may want a little extra. But it also comes in something, typically, it's like, at least here in the States, you get something you can cook it in. Are you going to want to move to something else? Yeah, more than likely. You might poke a hole in the little, flimsy cardboard tray it comes in that you cook it in. It ain't going to last long, especially if you use a metal fork. You're going to poke right through that and make a mess. So you're going to want to move to something else. So that goes to true neutral. When this stuff wants to cooperate with me. Come on. Come on. Dang it. There. I don't know why Opera is struggling with that some. Okay, but there's that. Now we go back to Bagel Bites. Yeah, you could make that a full meal. You're gonna want something else there. Are raisins the ants? Ooh. Oh, okay, I'm interested in ant salad now. If the raisins are the ants. No, it's a plate of ants. Ah, dang. Nah. Good protein, though. I imagine it's good protein. Got plenty of protein in those insects. Hey, there's that Discord push. Thank you, old bot of mine. But, Bagel Bites. Yeah, you can eat these all on your own. Yeah, you could make that a full meal. Yeah, you can eat them straight from the tin they come in. Should you, though? Probably not. But you could. But, ideally you're going to want to add, maybe a veggie to it or something. Or maybe some fruit. Or maybe, you eat, 4 or 5 of these. You're like, I need some variety. You get that variety crave in going. So that's where it goes to true neutral. Boom. What's next? These breakfast sandwiches, these frozen sandwiches. You go to the grocery store, you pick these up. You get these. You open up the box. They come in individual wrappers. You cook them. Ideally, you shouldn't cook them in the wrapper. You should put it on its own thing to cook it in. I mean, I know some say, hey, you can do this, but, ideally, you put it on a plate or something. Pretty sure the instructions most of the time will say, put it on a plate. Don't cook it in the wrapper. Do not microwave the wrapper. It's plastic. Do you want to eat plastic? I don't really want to eat plastic. But, you're going to want to pop these onto a plate, and you're going to want something else with it. I mean, maybe breakfast in this case. Some of these can get you by, but... I would say get some fruit or something going. Get a little extra going to it. So these fall under chaotic neutral. Once I find them. Oh boy. You also might see plenty of homemade foods here. And that's what we have going. I don't usually... Now, I do like these sometimes. Especially if, people are getting together at my place and we're going on, a hike in the morning or something. It's good to have these on hand so you can get a little bit of food in you before the hike begins. And you don't have to worry about waking up super early to cook stuff up. Or hoping a restaurant's open or anything. So, yeah. But, you know, I always like to have a little bit of fruit or something as well. Or a granola bar, even. Next up, oh, this one came transparent. The bean and cheese burrito. The little frozen thing. You learn more about TV dinners and also realize some potential additional food safety concerns. Oh, yeah, Jade. Oh, yeah, let me tell ya. Some of those, you know, there's plenty of things with those. It's like, hey, it's loaded with a dick ton of salt and a bunch of other things that are, you know, not necessarily healthy for you. So, you know, you don't want to eat them all the time. But a lot of the times they're also like, hey, follow these instructions. Do not cook it in this box. Or do not cook it in this metal container it comes in, i.e. a can of soup. You don't want to do that, but that's where the people need to, you know, that's where the people factor comes in. Oh dear, Skill's gonna panic again. Oh boy. And yeah, the cheese and Kraft mac and cheese. That's like 9% plastic and food coloring. And 10% powder. But 100% satisfying when you mix it with other stuff. I haven't had Kraft mac and cheese in a while now, I think about it. Because lately I've been making my own mac and cheese. And it's so much better. But the bean and cheese burrito. It is just beans and cheese in this burrito. You have to take it out of the plastic wrapper it's in and put it in like a paper towel or on a plate or something to cook it. You want to add more to that. You do not want to eat just the big burrito. Just the bean and cheese burrito. You're going to need extra stuff with it. You're going to need more than just this. Therefore, another entry for chaotic neutral. Once I find where it is, there we go. Right into chaotic neutral. Now, we're going into lawful evil with this one. This is Uncle Ben's Ready Rice. Yes, 90 seconds. You put it in the microwave. It's ready to go. You can eat it straight from there. But it's also just rice. It's just rice. Are you going to eat just rice? Ideally, no. You're going to want something else with it, like some veggies. You can use it as part of a stir fry. Or maybe you got, you know, a burger on the grill or in your pan going, or some ground beef to mix it in there. Where's Lev? Lev is in here. Tag team with her about this rice. Oh, Jade, I guarantee you're going to have a field day with rice. If you eat any packaged red food. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of packaged red foods out there. There's a lot of packaged foods out there you're going to want to really pay attention to. But hey, in a pinch, you know, sometimes you're just like, yeah. But yeah, you gotta wash them. Especially beans and rice. Wash your beans, wash your rice when you make them. But Uncle Ben's, it's in its package though. You can eat it from there. It comes in a nice microwavable pouch you can eat from. And it can withstand it. But, you know, you're gonna want more than just rice. Therefore, lawful evil with Uncle Ben's Ready Rice. Now there are plenty of Uncle Ben's rice dishes out there, I'm sure. I've never actually had Uncle Ben's myself, or made it, I should say. Probably had it before and not realized it. Like, are camping MREs included in this list? Oh, buddy, just you wait. Just you wait. Now, up next, I'm talking specifically this cup of mac and cheese. Not like, you know, a box of Kraft. Again, this is going back to the Uncle Ben's thing. Can you get boxes of Uncle Ben's? Yes, you can. Can you also get packages of it that you just pop in the microwave and cook it with? Yeah, you can. Same with this mac and cheese. You can buy a box of Kraft mac and cheese and cook it in a pot and all that. You can buy this cup and just cook it up in that. You know what? There you go. Is it a full meal? Hell no. You're going to want more than just this if you're having it for dinner. You're going to need extra to it. You really should be having, like, you know, plenty of extra to it, though. As small as this is, you're going to need more. Therefore, it's another lawful evil. It's an accompaniment to it. Next up, a bag of steamed veggies. Now this bag, yeah, you can steam it in the bag, but it's such an awkward thing to eat out of. You can serve it out of it just fine, but eating out of it, you probably shouldn't. Especially since that steam is just going to be rising, and I know steam likes to linger with veggies. Ooh, I mean, you can cut the bag open some more. But then you're destroying the bag to eat it from. And, I mean, it's just veggies. Get yourself some potato going. Get yourself some rice. Get yourself, maybe a chicken leg to go with it. or chicken thigh, you know. But you need more. You should add it onto a plate with other things. Therefore, neutral evil. Same with... Oh, now we're getting back into the lawful good territory here with this hungry man meal. It's a full meal right there. You get it in the tray. You can plate it up, but you can also just eat it from the tray. You got your own instructions. You get everything you need in this meal. You get your protein, you get your carbs, you get your veggies. You get a little dessert too. Nice little bonus there. In one serving, and a dick ton of salt. Just ignore the boatload of salt there. This is a TV dinner by definition. This goes into lawful good. And next up, this is where we're going next. We got a little tray of muffins here. Now, you know, in the morning, you can have a muffin. But ideally, you're going to be having something else with your muffin. Muffin be good. Ooh, get some good food, Jade. Do bring something along. I am curious what you're going to bring. Ooh, we're on to a new album now. I actually didn't talk about the music we were listening to tonight. Well, we'll talk about that in a little bit, though. But you know what? We could just save that for later. First, we had some Van Halen. Now we've got some Yes. Earlier was the Van Halen's Fair Warning album. Now we're on Yes's Talk album. Even though I listened to it yesterday while working, I want to listen to it again. I love this album. But, back to the food. You think you committed a crime with the burger patties you made earlier? Oh dear. I'm going to need to hear about this crime and figure out where that would go on the chart. But... the muffins. This tray of muffins here. You're not going to eat just a tray of muffins, probably not. You probably shouldn't. You probably should have a little extra to go with it. You're also probably not going to eat it straight from that tin, just like take a fork and dive into it with that tin. No. You're taking it out of that, first of all. So you're already giving it, or getting rid of the vessel it's sitting in. And yeah, it's in a little cup already, but all muffins are like that. You're taking it out of the existing big vessel it comes in when you buy it from the store. And maybe you're just eating it from your hand. You're putting it on a plate. Whatever it is. You're not eating it from the tray. Unless you're an absolute gremlin and just taking a fork to it. Or just diving face first into that tray. Buddy, I've been there sometimes. But yeah. It's not just in the tray. It's going to be extra stuff. Beef, pork, chicken, raccoon, and zebra into one patty. I have several questions about it. I just hope it cooked all the way through. I'm glad it was good, though. But ooh, yikes, combining those different types of raw meats. Granted, I've never cooked raccoon or zebra before. But ooh. Beef and chicken combined into one thing, patty and cooking it like that, that's definitely a risk there. That's a bit of a food crime. But I'm glad it was good, though. Zebra just tastes like horse. I've also never had horse. Never had raccoon, never had zebra, never had horse. Granted, I think it's also still illegal to kill and eat horse and sell horse in the U.S. I could be mistaken. I'm pretty sure it's still like that. But these muffins fall into neutral evil. When it wants to drag over. There we go. We got a bit of a gap here just because of how files were named. I didn't realize OBS was going to organize it the way it did, but oh well. Oh well. We'll get some more going soon. But what's after these muffins? We've got the family pack of Salisbury steaks. You're getting... in this picture alone, you're seeing 5 different ones. Exotic meat like zebra is legal in the US. See, I figured zebra is legal. But I remember seeing or reading a thing a while back about horse. That's the thing. Specifically horse. Just really expensive. Yeah, I don't doubt that. I know rattlesnake is available in some places, but also hella expensive. Damn expensive. Gonna need more than just the price of a pack of ground beef for that rattlesnake. But these Salisbury steak packs, you get, I'm seeing right here 5 different Salisbury steaks. 5 patties right there. Are you gonna eat just these patties? I would hope not. I would hope you have something else to it. It's a family pack. It's meant to be shared among people. You don't want to eat just this. You ain't gonna be feeling too good afterwards. You're gonna need more than that. And ideally, probably come in its own thing, because I'm sure it's swimming in gravy. But since you're sharing it with people, you know, it should be on its own vessel. Or a different vessel than what it comes in. Therefore, another neutral evil. Now we're going into chaotic evil. Now we've got the fun stuff. A bag of raw shrimp. Now, I know some bags will come with instructions. But are you gonna eat raw shrimp straight from the bag? Monkey's void is with a giant court drum. Ooh. Bang the drum. Bang the drum. Welcome back, Jade. So, large, raw shrimp. You're not eating it straight from the bag. You're not cooking it in the bag. You're cooking it in something else. And eating it from something else. You're gonna add extra stuff to it. You shouldn't eat just, you know, a bag of raw shrimp. You need to add some extra stuff to it. Get that variety going. This is the chaotic evil of TV dinners. Whoop. Hit the right button there. Next up, a head of broccoli. You go to the produce section. You get a head of broccoli. Are you going to eat that broccoli straight out of the produce section? Hell no. They really frown upon that. Are you going to eat the broccoli straight from the bag you have it in when you get back? God, I hope not. Especially if it's a reusable bag and you haven't cleaned it in a while. God, I hope not. You want to cook it, or, you know, chop it up some. Or at least rinse it off before you just go into it. What if you became a realistic broccoli? Now, do you want to be a broccoli or a cauliflower, Jade? This is important. But this raw head of broccoli, you ought to do some stuff to it. You ought to do some stuff so it's not just a chaotic evil dinner. What do we have next? Ah, the tub of frosting. It's not normally onions like apples. I mean, I'm not going to stop you. But do you want to peel off that outer layer of the onion? Is it normally eat Shrek like apples? Ogres like apples? Have you ever yelled a fire in a movie theater? Have you ever yelled movie in a fire? But, back to the buttercream icing. No, it's not a dinner. No, this goes on cake. No, don't just eat it straight from the tub. Don't call that dinner. That's not dinner. Please don't call that dinner. I beg you. Do not eat just, you know, packaged sugar for dinner. That's chaotic evil. That is 100% chaotic evil. That's probably as chaotic evil as it gets. Up next, hey, we're back to Kid Cuisine. This is another lawful good one. They serve it to you in a tray. You pop it in the oven or the microwave. You pull it out. That's your dinner. Or your kids' dinner. Maybe you're feeling nostalgic and you want to get it. I mean, me, I'm going to be like, I remember these being good, but I'm going to do way better than that. I'm going to find way better TV dinners than this. Spagoots. You get spaghetti. You get meatball. You get tic-tac-toe cookies. You get corn. I am hydrating a good bit because I am talking a lot. That's for dang sure. You get a whole 13 grams of protein and no preservatives. You get a little over half a pound of food in that tray. But, yeah, it's something designed for kids, so it's obviously a smaller portion. But, hey, a kid gets all their nutrients from it. They can eat it straight out of the tray. That's a TV dinner right there. Get that family. Get the parents together. Get the kids together. You all got your TV dinners. You can sit in front of that, watch a movie. Maybe it's sports season. Maybe it's the Super Bowl and you're all excited. And it's just like, let's just chill, watch the Super Bowl. Or maybe it's just, you know, football game for a local area team or something. Just want to support. That's your TV dinner at heart. You want to watch TV. You can just eat it in front of the TV. Minimal cleanup. That is lawful good right there. That is being dragged so much. There we go. Now, what do we have next? Hey, Monkey, you were asking about the MREs. Here we go. This looks like a Frito Pie MRE just about. Shoot. Again, it's an MRE. You get everything in there. Are you going to eat it straight from the bag it comes in? Probably not. Yep, it's a military MRE. I'm glad they just have pictures out there. Now, they give you instructions on how to cook it. You cook it in the bag. You can, for the most part, dig it out of the bag. But, you're probably going to want to put it on a little tray or something if you can. And you get so much other stuff, too. Like, you ain't going to want to dig your fork into the granola bar up there at the top. Nah. You want to have that out of there. Maybe on something else. Maybe just on the ground beside you. Maybe on your lap. Maybe on a plate. You want extra stuff with that. But it is a full meal. You get everything you need from that. That is your neutral good. Woo, boy. Could you add stuff to it? Yes, you could. Do you need to? No, you don't need to. Camping ones like Chili Mac have, yeah. It's 3 days worth of calories in one package. Ooh, buddy, you're getting a lot out of that. That's for dang sure. Next up, bagged chili. Now, chili, typically, you get all sorts of good stuff in there. You get beans, you get beef, you get tomato, you get a variety in there to be a good meal. And in this case, hey, it's in a bag. You can just add your water. You could eat it out of the bag. You could cook it in the bag. But, maybe you're going to want to be like, nah, I want to have this in a bowl. Put it in a bowl and you'll be good. But you could. You could do that. And you're getting a good variety in there. You're getting plenty of different things in there. Therefore, another neutral good. Once it loads, oh buddy. Come on, let's go. God, Opera is chugging along here. Probably because I had to load a bunch of images into it. That could be part of it. What's next, though? Hamburger Helper. Now, as I mentioned before, Hamburger Helper. Yeah, you don't have to add the beef, I will say. You don't have to. They encourage it, of course. That's why it's Hamburger Helper. But, you can just make it as it is. But you're not going to be making it out of the box. No, 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 no. It comes in so many bags. And you have to cook it in the tray. You can't even cook it in the box. You have to cook it in a pan or something. But hey, it is a full meal right there. You get plenty of stuff. You get that rich, savory sauce. Now I think about it, I haven't had a Hamburger Helper in a good while. It do be good and handy. But, oh, buddy. Yeah. You get your noodles, you get all that. You should add hamburger to it. But you don't have to. It's a full meal there. I do heavily encourage adding hamburger to it, of course. You get a lot in there. Chaotic good, though, because you absolutely have to prepare it in something else. Alrighty. The next thing. The skillet meal. It's right there in the name. It's a skillet meal. You prepare it in a skillet. You don't just keep it in the bag and cook it. No. You pop it out of the bag. You cook it in a skillet. There you go. And, you can plate it up. You can also eat it straight from the skillet. But, hey, you have to take it from the vessel it comes in and put it on something else. However, it is a full meal. I mean, see right there? We got chicken. We got pasta. We got veggies. What if you put the bag on the skillet and then cook it? I mean, you following the directions properly, Jade? That's what makes it chaotic. You have to destroy the vessel it comes in. Yeah, fire hazard too. And the microplastics. They ain't so micro. I think you can read sometimes, but then again, I can't speak. I can't read some things. But yeah, you don't just cook it normally like that. You gotta take it out of there, or you're chaotic, and you destroy the package it comes in. Therefore, that's another chaotic good when it loads. Alrighty. Ooh, here we go. The frozen pizza. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno. And honestly, of all the frozen pizzas out there, I quite like DiGiorno. Better than a lot of them. But there are other better ones out there. But hey, it do be good. It do be nice and reliable. It do be a full meal there in a way. I mean, there's plenty of varieties out there where it's like supreme. You get, veggies on there as well. Or, just cheese where it's like you get dough, sauce, and cheese. Is it a full meal? Yeah, you could call it a full meal. I I, myself, if I'm eating pizza, sometimes that's all it is. It's just pizza. You go to a pizza place, you go to Domino's, you get pizza from there. That's your pizza. That's your meal. Yeah, you can get sides and all that, but, it's pizza. But it does come in like a plastic wrapping, and at least in the case of DiGiorno, it comes on a little cardboard thing that once it's done cooking, you slide it back onto and cut it up. But to cook it, you gotta take the pizza as it is, put it on a pizza pan, and cook it from there. Ooh, it did a JoJo meme as well. Hey. It's not delivery, it's Dio. But yeah, pizza. Frozen pizza, you gotta take it out of the vessel, but it is a full meal. Another chaotic good. Another, we gotta wait for it to load. Alrighty. We're still on the examples. We still got a few examples to go through. You might have killed Tsunami. Oh, Hydrate, you got it, Tsunami. Hi, Tsunami, how you doing? Jade, how'd you kill Tsunami? What'd you do? Don't worry, you're not dead yet. Oh, hey, let's go. Tsunami's not dead yet. Perfect. Alrighty, now. A can of Campbell's chicken noodle soup. For the love of God, do not microwave this in the can. You also have to, put water in. You're gonna cook it in, either a bowl or a pot. You shouldn't eat it straight from the can. Or cook it from the can. Don't just pop the can on the stove. Please, for the love of God, follow the directions on this. However, it's a full meal there, especially when you're sick. You can't chicken noodle soup. You'll be feeling good. Hopefully feel better. It's got that healing property to it. It's also got a bunch of salt, so that could help. If you die, Narina's gonna kill you. Oh no, definitely don't die. You don't want to double die by Narina's hand. Chaotic good, though, for the can of soup. Full meal right there. Please take it out of the can. Please do not microwave it in the can. Please do not pop the can on top of the stove and cook it. It's gonna explode. And the microwave, you get some extra goodness to it, like a shorted out microwave. Ooh, now we're getting into the stuff that was shared on Blue Sky. Ooh, hey, I gotta move over to Blue Sky now and start timestamping things. Haha. Which, by the way, cough cough, I have a Blue Sky. If you hit !socials or go to my card, you're gonna see all sorts of cool links out there. But here we are with the time where I'm still trying to find that damn post down there. Come on, come on. That's the wrong thing. I clicked on the wrong thing. That's why. Duh. There we go. Here we go. Alrighty. So up first, we have English muffin pizza. What? What is it, Tsunami? What is it? Oh, wait. Oh dear. I missed something. You ever seen someone put a can of soup in a barbecue grill? No. Well, actually, wait. Hang on. Let me back that up. The can itself, yes, for, like, beer can something. Granted, that's usually using a beer can and not, soup. But just a flat-out can of soup on a barbecue grill? No. No, Jade, no. I'm concerned. Also, thank you for sharing those socials there, Narina. Alrighty, we have English muffin pizza, though. Let me get that timestamp going. Let me click on the right thing first. Alrighty. What we at here? What we at? We're about an hour in, so... hour and 15. English muffin pizza. Now, it looks like this was popped out of its own container and cooked on something else. However, a couple of these, I would call it a full meal. A single one, maybe not, but, a couple of them, yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards that. Or if it was made fresh, it looks fantastic. It just looks very tasty to start with. So, now this is where it's like, I don't know if something's a homemade meal or, pre-made. It's going to be a bit of a gamble, so I will be a bit lenient on it. you, you could very well buy it in bulk, I'm sure. It comes with stuff. Or you can buy the ingredients separate, put it together. I'm leaning towards, on this one, because you're cooking it on a different vessel. But I would say it's a full meal, especially with, like, 2, maybe 3 of these. You'd easily do, like, just 2 of these little ones as a full meal. I'd say, heck, you could probably do 1. You get some good variety in there. I am leaning towards this. I'm leaning towards this being, definitely on the good side. Probably a chaotic good. We'll go chaotic good for that one. Alrighty. Oh, ad break coming up soon. Alrighty. With that ad break comes, we'll take a break. We'll chill for a moment. We'll also get that back up so we can keep going. Alrighty. The next one. Ooh, this was some chili right here. Now. Oh, taco soup. Taco soup. That's what we got here. Alrighty. An hour, 2 minutes, and about 10 seconds in, we get some taco soup. Now this is looking like a full meal here, so it's already on the good side of it. But it's obviously in a different vessel than it was cooked in. Ideally, you don't just throw stuff into a plastic bowl like this and, cook it up. Especially in something where it gets high heat. So, definitely not gonna be on the neutral side. Well, no, not neutral. It's gonna be on the chaotic side. However, that does look like a full meal there. I mean, it looks like, could add some extra things to it. But, I'm kind of leaning towards, I'm sure, okay, here's the weird thing. The soup came with, to make it taco soup, I feel like the tortilla chips are necessary. That's the whole thing there. Now, it could also very well be like, you pop it all into a crock pot. Yeah, you could eat it straight from the crock pot, but you're going to want to serve it up to other people. But you could just have it all together like that. So, I think this one, probably another chaotic good. If it helps, it was cooked in a crock pot. Hey, there we go. Definitely eating it from a different package. Definitely should. Crock pot it is. Chaotic good it is. 100% chaotic good. 100% a full meal right there. And 100% you could eat that in front of a TV. No big deal. You get that bowl. It looks like it'd be a sturdy bowl. Just, pop it on the table in front of the TV. Have a good time watching whatever. Watching that new episode of whatever TV shows are current and relevant out there. I haven't watched TV in a while, so I don't know what's current and relevant. Also, I mean, most everything's streamable nowadays. Let's be real here. You can stream a lot. You can catch up on so much. Next up, though. Alrighty. What we got here is a cheeseburger. Flat out cheeseburger. Oh, buddy, where are we in this? What? Whoop. 104.40. Here we... Oh. Alright, my hotkeys. Duh. 1 hour, 4 minutes, 40 in. Alrighty. The cheeseburger. Now, full meal? I would say so. You get the bun. I wonder where the top bun is. Actually, now I think about this. No, wait, no. Where's the bottom bun? Because this looks like it's a little upside down. But we can see everything in there. So I'm gonna be a little lenient here. I'm gonna say it's there somewhere. Okay, cool. That's what I figured. I was gonna be lenient and be like, yeah, the bottom bun's just not on here to show stuff off. We're getting that little extra view there. You get your carbs, you get your protein, you get your vegetables, you get your vitamins, you get some dairy in there as well because it's a cheeseburger. No, Jade, you're not allowed to have the cheese on this. I'm sorry. Now, most of the time when you go get a cheeseburger, you're going to be getting something else with it. So, I don't know if I'd call it chaotic good. Okay, this cheeseburger in particular. chaotic good. Cheeseburger in general... Cheeseburgers in general, I'm leaning towards neutral. Because you could eat it from its own packaging, but... Like, you know, you go to McDonald's to get a cheeseburger from there. They give it to you in a wrapper. You can eat it from the wrapper, but... You may want to take out the wrapper. So... Do I want to specify it on this cheeseburger in particular? Do I want to apply it to cheeseburgers in general? That's where it gets very open-ended. I may just go with this cheeseburger in general. Or in particular, not just cheeseburgers in general. But find out more after that ad break that's starting up real soon. You know, like right now. Come on, Twitch. You tease me with that timer at the top telling me, hey, ads are starting soon. And then you wait it out on me. Gah, how could you do this to me, Twitch? Well, at least I've got some music playing in the background. Check Discord in the meanwhile during ads. You got it. Alrighty. I don't have the music set up on the BRB screen. So I'll just sit here and linger and just chat. I'll put the BRB text up. That's what I'll do. Yeah. I'll also do another sip because... Whew, a lot of talking here. Be surprised if my voice holds in there tomorrow. Love this album though, I tell you. But yeah, the cheeseburger. Oh, there's those ads. For those of you not stuck in ad jail, hi, how you doing? Gonna take a bit of a moment. I'm gonna BRB-ish. Just check on that. And... Jade, what in the hell? Going back to broccoli. Oh, jeez. Makes me want to flip back to the broccoli thing for a bit, but at the same time, like, Now, Jade, do you want to VTube as a head of broccoli, or do you want to head tube? Head tube as a V of cauliflower. I'll take that BRB off there now that I'm done looking at it. Good question. Haha. Broccoli, cauliflower, what would you VTube as? For those of you not stuck in ad jail, what would you VTube as if you had a choice between broccoli and cauliflower? If you could sneak in, you'd do it. Perfect. Excellent. All we could ask for. Ooh. Who knows? Maybe one day. One day. The world is open. Instead of being an anime person or critter, you can be anime food. Thinking here about that now. So much to imply there. So much chaos. So much nonsense with that. It could be anything. Anything, it tells you. But let's see here. I am still thinking about this cheeseburger, I tell you. I may... Because really, this is bordering on two things. That tells you. But hey, we're in an ad break right now. I've been wanting to ask, chat, how well can you hear the music? Like, I'm looking at the meters. It doesn't look like it's overpowering me. Like, it's still there in the background. But, I mean, there's also music with lyrics, so it's pretty quiet. Okay, that's kind of what I'm going for. That is kind of what I'm going for. Because I don't want it to be too overpowering. But I'll at least turn it up a little bit. Sounds fine for you due to copyright possibility? Well, here's the fun thing. It should not, when I upload the VOD, cause any copyright concerns. Because it's going to be on another track entirely that's not uploaded to the VOD. Also, welcome back from ad break, everybody! I am still kind of in the, having a rough thing with this cheeseburger. Because it could be a full meal, but you may want to add extras to it, like You know, you get some fries to it, or maybe like, maybe some soup or something, or I don't know, maybe some beans. Get them beans. This cheeseburger in particular, it's got a lot to it. You can have a little more. I'm thinking chaotic neutral. I was stuck on this for so much. Just thinking about it. Chaotic neutral, though, you could have as a full meal. You definitely have to. It definitely came from a different package. Other cheeseburgers, yeah, can fall under a different category, but this one, chaotic neutral is what I'm thinking. Is it technically a TV dinner or just a dinner? Well, you see, that's the point of the chart here. Like, you can eat anything in front of the TV. But the tray, the vessel, and does it constitute a dinner? That's the other thing. Now we're going on to... Ooh. Ooh. Me likey. Chili cheese hot dog and fries. Ooh. And the fries. And the fries. Now, let's see here. Where are we? Hour 2 and 15 in. Alrighty. Why does this scream sandwich? Oh, you see. It's basically a sandwich here. Also, I'm sure sandwich would make a killer chili cheese dog. But yeah, chili cheese dog here. You got bread, you got meat, you got cheese, you got chili, you got fries in the back. The fries taking a little bit of the back seat there, but we're focusing on the chili dog here. It's beautiful. And it comes in its own vessel. It's already there. You may want to fork with it, but you can eat it straight from that. Hell, you can just start ripping away the packaging and eat it from that. Same with the fries. They're in their own tray. It's trayed up. It's ready. You don't need to put it on another plate. It's a full and complete meal there. Yeah, you may want to add, you know, like a veggie on the side or something. But the chili has tomato in it, more than likely. You got what you need from this. You get your basics. You get a full meal from this. You're eating good. You finish that up, you're going to be feeling happy and relaxed. And it's easy to clean up. You don't have to do hardly any cleanup afterwards. Maybe just wipe down your eating area, of course. But, yeah, you're set. Finish it up, throw it away. You're done. All done. Boom. Hands, what are you doing there? Sandwich still needs you to get you to try one someday. Aw, Jade. Aside from the cheese, of course, it's a hot dog. It's topped with chili. It's in a bun. You get fries with it. What's not to like about it? The chili, you know, you get beef. You get tomato. You get extra little bits in there. You get some onion. Get your spices going. Maybe you get some beans, too, depending on the chili. This, just chili dogs in general. Good. You've rarely tried a hot dog in many other dishes like these before. Ooh. Now, hot dogs are its own thing. Like, you know, you can find good hot dogs. You can find bad hot dogs. It's a gamble. But this looks like a very good hot dog here. This. When it drags over. Lawful good. It's also in 2 different trays. We're not talking about like the number of trays here. But they're in its own vessel. You're set. Next up. Ooh. Club sandwich with some sweet Maui onion chips. Ooh. Sweet Maui onion chips. Never heard of those before. Whoop. I hit the wrong thing there. Downside to having my numpad set up as a hotkey to swap photos around. Who? But a club sandwich and sweet Maui onion chips. Again, I think it's complete there. You can just go wherever you need to go to get that. Get in front of the TV. Get your table ready. Maybe you got a extendable table that just lifts up. Coffee table lifts up a bit. Maybe you got your own TV tray. Maybe you're just like sliding something over and just laying down on the couch and eating and just chilling, kicking back, watching some TV watching your favorite streamer talk about food. Oh, wait, sorry, am I talking about myself too much? Am I trying to say I'm your favorite streamer? I mean, I'm not trying to say that, but if I am, oh shucks, thank you. Food. You get a sandwich. You get your veggies in this one. You get so many different meats. You get some bread, you get some cheese, and you get chips as well on the side. And when you're done, minimal cleanup. Maybe you spilled some crumbs here and there, but I mean, you know, that's just a given with bread. Some crumbs can get over it. Maybe you gotta do a little bit of vacuuming up or wiping up or something, but oh yeah. Full meal right here. You get everything you need. You get all of that good nutritional stuff. Plus, I mean, it's a club sandwich. It's got to be healthier than a lot of other things out there. And sweet Maui onion chips. I've never seen those before. I'm curious about those. If they're anything like sour cream and onion, for the onion part, and sweet Maui's like a different flavor in there, I may like those. I may love those. So I do love me some sour cream and onion chips, I tells ya. But, again, that's a full meal right there. You're getting so much out of this. You're getting some good stuff here. Bye, Lev. Catch you later. Good luck with what you got going on. It's very good if you like an onion flavor. Ooh. Ooh, making my mouth water some more. Making me want them chippies. Hydrating just thinking about that. But yeah. That's a full and complete meal right there. It comes with its own things. The paper it's on, yeah, you can eat it from that pretty easily. Hey, this gets back into the hamburger thing. Like, the last one, the cheeseburger, it looked like it was, you know, easily moved from its own vessel onto something else. This, though, perfect. You've got work on Sunday? No! Good luck with work, Lev. We salute you. That's kind of like, you know, me trying to salute, but, the hand's weird. Like that. Do that. One salute I know. The good salute. Not the bad one. No, not the bad one. No. But, full and complete meal right here. You get everything you need. Easily. Cleanly. Fluidly. Beautifully. Lawful good. Up next. Ooh. Alright, we gotta move over to Twitter now. And yes, I am calling it Twitter. I'm never calling it by that other name. You can't make me. Yes, I am stalling for time trying to find the thing. There we go. Now this one's from Orange. And what we have here is just labeled as food. Alrighty, what's our timer here? 1:18:55. Boom. Now what we have here, it looks like, you know, a couple tacos and maybe some hash brown patties, maybe some big chicken nuggets. It was just labeled as food. But we also get some gamer gum on the side. Now, however, the big thing here, though... Oh, we have a Coke as well. Oh, wait, what? Oh, wait, it says it's... Oh, it says friend on the side. Aw, how nice. How nice. Nice, couple tacos and some potato... Some hash browns, potato patties from Orange. Good solid meal here. You get everything you need from this. You get a lot here, but they're on their own vessel. You're gonna have to do some cleanup here. It's definitely in the good area. That's for sure. I certainly give that a good. Depending on how these tacos were made, you know, maybe you could argue they came from something that was neutral, but considering it's, you know, it's plated up beautifully, I gotta say. Nice, beautiful overview. I want some. I'd probably get rid of some of that sour cream. That's a bit much sour cream for me. But hey, I'm thinking chaotic good for this one for sure. Like, 2 tacos, 3 patties. It's got Jade wanting tacos. You get a soda on the side. The soda at least would fall under the lawful side of it because, you know, it's... You eat it from its own thing. Man, I wonder what kind of tacos these are, too. Like, I was just given tacos. Not, like, specific tacos, just tacos. Heck, the text just says food. 100% though, chaotic good. 100% Making me hungry, even though I had some wings earlier. Oh, come on, come on. Where? Oh god, now I gotta find where these are, because everything's all out of whack with my stuffs here. Where in the... Where in the... I do not have them on here. Oh, there they are. Hiding under my nose. Chaotic good. Ooh. I love this song that's playing now. But it's very quiet, I'm sure. Alrighty. What's next? Dino Nuggies! Dino Nuggies! From Teebs! Alrighty. 121.50. Boom. Dino Nuggies! Delicious Dino Nuggies! It's chicken nuggets in the shape of a dinosaur! Rawr! Dinosaur! You also get some ketchup on the side, too. Now, are Dino Nuggies a complete meal on its own? Hell no! God no. You're going to want to add some extra stuff to it. But, these are cooked. These are 100% cooked. So, you know, it's not going to be in the evil side. Now, it's also plated up. Supposing they came from a bag. You know, you don't want to cook them in the bag. Especially a plastic bag. Yeah. So, at least on the neutral side of things. You know. I'm leaning towards chaotic neutral. Like, you know, you pull it out of the bag, you cook it on something else, and they're just nuggets. You're going to want extra stuff to it. I mean, I know I've done some things sometimes where it's like, yeah, I just grab some chicken nuggets from wherever, call that my meal for lunch or something, or dinner, but no, you're going to want more than that. Despite there being ketchup, I mean, yeah, you're getting, you know, a bit of fruit in there with that tomato, of course, but you need more to this. You need more. Chaotic neutral for these wonderful, wonderful looking Dino Nuggies. Making me want some Dino Nuggies. Making me wish I had the stuff to actually cook Dino Nuggies properly. I need to try that again someday. Probably not on stream, but we got Dino Nuggies. Who's going to complain about Dino Nuggies anyway? And heck, for all we know, maybe it's not chicken. Maybe they're like, it's like fake chicken, or, you know, maybe it's vegetable. It's still in the shape of a dinosaur. Could be totally healthy. Who knows? Not me. But, on to the next one. Ooh. Alright, we're out of what was posted on Twitter and Blue Sky. We're moving over to Discord. Hey, speaking of Discord, for those of you new here, there's that Discord link. It be there. It's a cool community. We got cool folks. All just friendly, just chill. But, now I gotta find where Sojo's meal was on this. I gotta get the full name of it. I've got the file name saved somewhere. What am I doing? What am I doing going that way? Over to Discord. Now, Sojo made this. Maple bourbon chicken. And we got some mac and cheese. We got a drink there. First of all, it's looking fan-frickin-tastic. That's looking wonderful. That's like looking like a complete meal there. So that already goes into the good side of it. But, ooh, and what is that we have in the back there, actually? What is that I'm seeing back there? In the very, very back. Oh, I'm seeing some cinnamon rolls back there. Ooh, yeah, Sojo eating good. Got some dessert there even. So good. So wonderful. So much more food to go through still, too. But, ooh. 2 chicken legs, some mac and cheese. This is very, very close to a complete meal. You know, This is a tough one. I'm not seeing much of a vegetable in there, or like a little extra to call it a complete meal. But this would fill you up, and I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of places out there you get this, you go, you're happy. So it's a bit of a toss-up between chaotic good and chaotic neutral for me. 100% on the chaotic side, because ain't no way this plate came with it. This nice sturdy plate there. It's definitely on the chaotic side, but full meal there. This would fill you up for sure. That I guarantee. It would fill you up. So maybe I would put it in chaotic good. Would like to see a little extra there, but yeah, we'll go chaotic good for this one. When it wants to work. Whoop. There we go. Whoop. There we go. Alrighty. Nice filling meal there. Up next. Ooh, what do we have here? What do we have and who do we have this from? This is from Luis. Some fresh sausage, rosemary potatoes, and some coleslaw. Oh, that is so much there. So much goodness. So much. So much good. Hey, welcome back, Monkey's Void. How you doing? We got a hell of a chart going on here. And now we're on to some fresh sausage with rosemary potatoes and coleslaw. And it looks like maybe... No, yeah, that's part of the coleslaw. Now that, 100%. One full meal right there. You're getting so much out of that. You're going to be so happy. You're going to be so full. That's a very, very satisfying meal there. You have 17 pounds of ice cream. Dang, yeah, a good bit of ice cream there. Yo. What flavor of ice cream, though? Savvy! How you doing, Savvy? How's it going? Welcome to the TV dinner alignment chart. I will say I'm using the tier list on the side just because it's easier to organize it. Ooh, chocolate ice cream. Let's see here. Fresh sausage, one thing right there. Rosemary potatoes, two things right there. Coleslaw, three things. Three wonderful things. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of coleslaw myself. It's gotta be, just right coleslaw. I like to mix it, like, put a little bit on a pulled pork sandwich, but... It's looking beautiful. This is looking full, incomplete. This is 100%, on its own plate, on its own dish. Chaotic good, for sure. For goodness. For deliciousness. For making me a little hungry looking at this. Woo! Golly. I'm telling you. I know a lot of people think of me as like the wonderful, crazy chef out there on the internet, but yo, we got plenty of other people making good foods. I'm just glad a lot of people showed up in my Discord for this food to share the food. It's all looking so good. Alrighty, next up, Dio's pork chop sandwich and a cookie. Alrighty, pork chop sandwich. Now, this was plated up on its own thing, for sure. It looks like that, for sure. And we get, pork chop, cookie. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah. I'm thinking it was plated up, you could just put it on the one plate for convenience so everything's together, but that pork chop sandwich, though, maybe... Ooh, it's a big one. Work made them? Ooh, very nice. See, this is a tough one. Well, we may have to go to the chaotic side for this. Just because it didn't come in its own vessel. It do be looking good, though. But, is it a complete meal? Deal, was there anything else you had with this? If you want to sway the vote on this. Between good and neutral. Because I'm leaning towards neutral right now. Just because, it's pork chop and bread and a cookie. Nope, just this. Looking at this, I think I would be mostly filled, but still craving a little bit of extra stuff. Still wanting a little something else to go with it. Although it does look like a pretty big pork chop there. Boneless, I'm guessing, since it's in a sandwich. I'm kind of leaning towards chaotic neutral on this one. Could argue, chaotic good, could probably argue true neutral. Because, it's cooked. The vessel could just be entirely... actually, no. If it was something work made, they could probably just have handed it to you. And you probably could just be like, cool, I'm double fisting this. I hope that came through the mic just fine. Okay, yeah, kinda. You could probably double fist it. I'll lean towards neutral on this one. Like, yeah, you could have it on the vessel they supply, but put it on the plate there, yeah. They grilled it. Ooh, buddy, let's go. Grilled pork chop? Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking true neutral for this. They could just, pull the pork chop off the grill, put it in that bun, hand it to you. You grab a cookie. You can just walk off, do whatever you want. In theory, you plate it up like this. Neutral. 100% neutral. And maybe get bag of chips on the side or something to fully complete it. But that one, to me, that's a true neutral right there. Boom. Beautiful looking pork chop, too. And not just like a cheapo bun. That's looking like a real good bun there. And a tasty cookie. God, that's a chocolate cookie right there. Damn, making me want some. Now up next, Adapt has some homemade shepherd's pie. Now I know right out the gate, shepherd's pie, you get everything in there. Like, I'm seeing some, being shepherd's pie, that could be ground lamb, but, there's also, plenty of people that call it with ground beef shepherd's pie still. Technically, it's cottage pie, but we'll ignore the technicalities on that part. We got meat, we got potato, we got veggies. That's full and complete right there. That is looking mighty fine, too. Damn tasty stuff right there. However, it's shepherd's pie. You definitely don't make, a little thing of that, unless you're, really, really skilled and just have, little bits and pieces of everything together. But usually, it being homemade, you're getting everything together for that. It's gonna be a good bit of things all together. Damn, that's looking wonderful. Damn, that's a full meal right there. Man. I'm thinking, maybe I just want to add a little bit of cheese on top. But, hey, you can't go wrong with ground meat, potatoes, veggies, all mixed together, baked together. Put it in that tray, pop it in the oven, let it cook for half an hour. Pop it out of the oven, let it cool a bit. You serve it up, all as one unit. Definitely not going to be a handheld thing, that's for damn sure. But, very much chaotic good right there. Now I gotta find it in this list again. Oh, there we go. Alrighty. Ooh. Hey, we're getting a lot of pork today. I ain't gonna complain about that. I do love me some pork. But we have, from Teebs, some stuffed pork chop. Oh, buddy. Mashed potatoes and butter corn. Again, another full meal there. I want to know what the pork chop is stuffed with, actually. I'm going to see if I can find that on Discord real quick. Because, ooh. Man. What we got for that stuffed, where is it? I'm scrolling for it so much. Oh, wait, hang on a minute. What nonsense? Oh, there we go. No, he just said stuffed pork chop. Ooh, man. What is it stuffed with, though? I want to know. This doesn't affect where it goes on the list, but I want to know. The foodie in me craves. Must know. I hunger for the details. And the pork chop. The delicious-looking pork chop. It's got my mouth watering, craving. Oh, man, that's all looking so good. So wonderful right there. Oh, buddy, I want that. 100% chaotic good. 100% full-on good and delicious good right there, though. Played it up. Can't eat it all like its own thing. Didn't come in its own tray, but, man, it came beautifully. Right there. Chaotic good. Perfect stuff right there. Alrighty. Now we have from Mike or Snoopy. Yes, that is one name. Just want to be clear. Mike or Snoopy, one name right there. Great guy, too. Great buddy of mine. We have bulgogi sliders and fries. Ooh. Bulgogi. And on a slider. I gotta think about this. I don't believe I've ever had bulgogi. Yeah. You know, I gotta try my hand at making some bulgogi one of these days. Or actually, no, wait. No, I've probably had bulgogi at a Korean barbecue before. Yeah. No, I had it. Yeah. I'm sure I've had bulgogi at Korean barbecue, yeah. I remember Pit Pot so well. I just had to look up what bulgogi was. Oh, man. Korean barbecue and Pit Pot. Wonderful, wonderful times right there. And those overlap too, haha. But yeah, bulgogi sliders. Man, it's looking great. Some Crinkle Cut fries. Deliciousness. Right there. Good meal, pure simple meal right there. That would fill you up easily. I mean, those two sliders right there. If anything, maybe I want a few more fries, but I'm not, like, egregiously wanting a few more fries. That, full and complete. Maybe a little bit of veggie on the side. Maybe like a nice little salad or a little bit of green beans. Actually, yeah, green beans probably go real good with that. But then again, that bulgogi could have been marinated with stuff and have some veggies mixed in with it too. So really, that could just be like a totally filling thing right there. It's a bit of a toss-up here between chaotic good and chaotic neutral for me. Ooh, we're onto another album now. We got some Toto in the background. Specifically, Turn Back. But hey, VOD watchers, I'm sorry, you won't be hearing that. So, you know, you want to throw that on the side, go for it, look it up. Or throw your own music on. But back to the food. Ooh, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and say chaotic good for this one. Nice full meal right there. Nice deliciousness. Nice me just trying to find where the food is in that list. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Oh, this one's from Lev. Pizza and lasagna. Oh, man. That... I am wondering what's up with, you know, that little pepperoni in the right side that's kind of, like, most of the way off the pizza. Hey, pizza, lasagna, you know, you're getting a lot there. Garlic bread, too. Yeah. Delicious everything right there. Man. You eat that whole plate, you gonna be feeling good afterwards. Nice and filled up. You're going carb heavy right there. That's for damn sure. You're getting your pasta carbs, your pizza carbs, your garlic bread carbs. God, I could eat garlic bread all the time. I just can't stop eating garlic bread. Bread makes you fat. Bread makes you fat? The carb coma. Well worth it, though. Well worth it. You're eating so much there, like... And that lasagna, too. I'm seeing some green in there. Maybe that's some spinach in that lasagna. Maybe it's just some parsley there, but... You getting some good stuff out of that? You got meat, you got dairy, you got veggies, you got garlic bread. Why isn't garlic bread its own thing on the food pyramid? We're playing the food. I'm just saying, you know, 100 people were surveyed. Top one answer. Name that one food that should be its own thing on the food pyramid. Show me garlic bread. Maybe a veggie lasagna. Yeah, it could very well be a veggie lasagna. Now, I do remember Lev saying, like, she wishes it was bigger because it took her, like, 4 bites to eat that. But, yo, those 4 bites? Must have been 4 wonderful bites with that lasagna. God, I need to make a lasagna again. It's been a while since I last made lasagna. Hey, chat, who wants to come over for lasagna? It ain't gonna compare to beef's lasagna. But then again, that's a whole nother story right there. Veggie lasagna, quite possibly. Slice of pizza, some garlic bread. That's so much satisfaction right there. That is so much beautiful stuff. Now, obviously, 3 things like that, you know, it all had to come from separate things. It's all played up nicely. Chaotic good. There's going to be a lot of food on here, I think, that's going to be chaotic good. But we could see some mix-ups here. Alrighty. Next up, cupcakes. So many cupcakes from Tsunami. Tsunami, the master of the sweets. And we got some good variety here. We got 3 different types of cupcakes. I love how they're all arranged. And damn, those decorations are beautiful on those cupcakes. Tsunami, you did a fantastic job decorating those cupcakes. 100% not a full meal on its own. 100% you're going to be wanting something else with it. 100% Please, for the love of God, do not eat it straight out of this plastic container. Tsunami is pretty great with that stuff. That is very, very true. Tsunami done did it dang good. Now, I love these cupcakes. I love them all so much. This ain't a full meal on its own, though. No, no, no. This is dessert. This is, however, I wouldn't quite call this, you know, as egregious as a tub of frosting as a dinner. This is one, you're gonna have it with other things to be a full meal. You could eat it out of this, but you shouldn't. This is more like the hell? Oh, okay, that's just a motorcycle. Hearing weird things. This is neutral evil to me, you know. You take it out of here to eat it. You could eat it straight from here. You're gonna be sharing this with people. This isn't a full meal. This is dessert. It's beautiful though. Very, very beautiful. As it is, neutral evil. It's not full evil. It ain't tub of frosting. That's for damn sure. But neutral evil. We'll give it neutral evil. Nice, clean neutral evil right there. Mmm. Nice decorations there too. Up next, ooh, we got a wrap of some sorts. Whoop. Where's my stuff? Ah, from Teeves, the chicken bacon ranch wrap with maple Brussels salad. Ooh. Ooh, you know. Full thing right here. That chicken bacon ranch wrap, you know, it got a lot of good stuff in there. Personally, I'm sure there's some things there I'd probably poke at or not want in there. Like the ranch, I don't like ranch much. But you're getting a lot out of that. It is very dense looking, very packed, very filling right there. And you get some maple Brussels salad on the side, which, what does that come with? What's that coming with? Brussels sprouts, butternut squash, dried cranberries, candied pecans, and a maple vinaigrette. Ooh. Man, that's a full meal right there. Man. That's like the club sandwich we had earlier from Narina. Comes in its own thing. You wrap it up. Well, you can just grab the wrap itself straight off the whatever it is after you get it all wrapped and just hold it in your hands. Or, you know, if it was just served right on that plate. And you get the salad on its own, too, in its own vessel. That right there. That's lawful good. That's a beautiful, lawful good meal right there. I'm going to take a minute to mute the mic real quick so I can blow my nose. Once I can find the mute button, there we go. Alrighty. Need to do that, jeez. Whew. Beautiful there. Alrighty, from Luis, a strawberry cake. Ooh. Man. You're getting strawberries, you're getting some sweets out of that, you're getting so much goodness. Golly, that cake looks so good. Mmm. So many strawberries on that too, like dang. Luis, you loaded that up with strawberries and ooh. Ooh. Cracking my back there a little bit. Ooh, that's looking good. Now, it is in a sheet pan. It looks like it's meant to, you know, serve a bunch of people. And, you know, you're not going to want to eat just that for dinner. That would be a very sweet dinner. Well, actually, I can argue that as breakfast, you know. Let's see, Dio, do I have a picture of your breakfast bagel? I do. Wait, make sure that's... I didn't put your name on it. I'm pretty sure I do. You know what? We'll do a quick check real quick. If you can see my mouse, let's see. It's top row, almost like dead center. It's... Yeah, no, like the very middle on the top row. I think that's your breakfast bagel. We'll definitely see soon enough. But, ooh. Get back to this cake, though. You know... I'd argue this more for a breakfast than a dinner if it was going to be neutral good. It'd be more of a breakfast. You definitely do want to move it to another vessel to consume it. You definitely don't want to just pick up that tray and move it in front of the TV. Yep. Hey, perfect. Let's go. I can't wait to, talk about that bagel right there, Dio. So, 100%, this is neutral. Definitely neutral. Like, yeah, you could eat straight from this. It would be sturdy enough, it would support it. I wouldn't say it's a full meal. I'm torn between true neutral and neutral evil. Because, like, on one hand, you are getting a good variety there. On the other hand, no, I wouldn't say this is it. As sweet as it is, if this were breakfast, if we were talking about breakfast in front of the TV, I would say this would be neutral good. But I think just because, what is breakfast but just the style of meal? You can eat breakfast for dinner. You can eat dinner for breakfast. You know what? It's not neutral evil. It's not neutral. Well, no, it's true neutral. I'll give it true neutral. It's that toss-up there. But it does look so good. But yeah, you're going to want to share that with people. That's for dang sure. That would fill you up, though, easily. Delicious looking strawberry cake. Alrighty. Ooh! Choripollo. From Teebs. Chicken chorizo tacos. Oh, buddy, right there. Right out the gate. You get beans, you get rice, you get your chicken, you get your chorizo. You got lettuce, you got cheese, you got your tortillas for your shells. Man. That's... Really, the only thing missing from that for me? Some green chili. But that's just the New Mexican in me. Speaking of. Loving the chili out here. You're getting everything from this. Man. If that is the tray it was served on, too. Like... Yeah, there's some cleanup there. The tacos are very portable. The beans and rice, that's in its own bowl. 100% this is going good. This is aligned good. That is for damn sure. I'm kind of leaning towards chaotic good just because the beans and rice in that bowl... Yeah, you're gonna have to... There's no way, like, you could just eat those straight... Well, I mean, I would love to just eat, like, a pot of beans straight from the pot. Like, get a spoon, get some refried beans going. Deliciousness. Man. But, yeah, I think this is gonna be chaotic good. We got plenty of beautiful variety here. But that vessel it's on two different vessels, I will say. Well, no, that's not really affected it before. But you had to move it from one to another. That's for sure. The tacos, if it was just the tacos, debatably, probably lawful good. It's debatable that or neutral good, but man, everything here though, it's fantastic. That one, chaotic good. Chaotic deliciousness, though. Alrighty. Ooh, next up, another one from No, this is from Tsunami. Hot chicken, or hot honey butter chicken biscuits with a garlic aioli. Ooh, buddy. 2 of those, man. That's like a full meal right there, but you got a plate full of 4 of those? Oh, you eating good? You gonna be... Shoot, you might be knocked out for a little while. That might call for a nap right afterwards. Unless you're really hungry, in which case, man, you just devour those. That's... Those biscuits look so good, too. God, the way they're uneven. You get that crisp on some of them. You get that fluffiness in there. You get some chicken, you get some... You even get cheese on there. Like, I don't think... The cheese was mentioned. Got that cheese on that chicken, that garlic aioli, and that hot honey. Man, you get so much variety there. You eat that, you're filled up for good. It's on a paper plate. You probably just like, once you make that, just eat it to go. I'm thinking, you get two of those, one for each hand. You're set. You're good to go for a while. You could just flat out make that neutral good right there, and that's kind of where I'm leaning. Man, those look so good. Man, devour those easily. Yep. That there, that beautiful stuff right there, that's neutral good. We have our first homemade meal. Or homemade thing. We have our first sent in thing, submitted thing. There we go, that's the word. In neutral good. You know, looking at this so far, a lot of the things sent in, taking up chaotic good, but we got some lawful neutral. We got the neutrals taken up, some. We only had one thing in evil. And honestly, that's pretty dang good myself, if I do say so myself. We're looking good here. Man, I'm just glad nobody's, submitted another, Temple Frosting. Alrighty, what's up next? Ooh, from Narina, sheet pan eggs. And, oh, that's looking wonderful. That's deliciousness. So much eggy goodness. I see spinach in there. I see what's either tomato or bacon. I'm leaning a bit towards tomato right now, just because it's kind of varied in color. Tomato and onions. Ooh. Spinach, tomato, onions, egg. Cut yourself a slice of that. You're going to be set. However, ooh, and cheese. Cheese, of course. Oh my god, cheese, yes. Plenty of variety there. Plenty of goodness there. So much wonderful. So much good. So very big. That is definitely something you are going to want to share. Now, but man, that's like a full meal right there. That could very much be its own meal, and you would be like ready to go for the day, ready to move on, ready to get things done. Or if you eat plenty of it, ready to just take a nap again. Cut it into squares and frozen. Ooh, yeah. Cut it into squares and frozen. See, now I'm, I was thinking this was more on the like, okay, this is definitely on the good side, that's for sure. 100% good. Now, as big as it is, definitely not eating it from the tray it's on. So, it's not lawful good. Neutral or chaotic, though. Neutral or chaotic. I think just because you have to serve it up. Well, here's the thing. Yeah, like that, as it is, I don't think it's neutral good. I mean, I would be so tempted to just be an absolute gremlin and just, like, devour the whole thing right there. Could probably just devour it straight from the tray, but then you'd be scratching up that tray, too, with that fork. Ooh, you gotta watch out with that sheet pan, man. I tells ya. I think this is a chaotic good thing. It is a beautiful looking chaotic good, though. Like, honestly, everything that has been submitted just looks beautiful, delicious, wonderful. I would devour that as it is. Arguably, like, yeah, arguably for me, it's just the wrap is like some things there I wouldn't eat, but that's just my own personal preference of like I don't like ranch. And it's still in lawful good, easily, handily, deliciously. But yeah, a clean, chaotic good right there. Almost neutral, but yeah. More the concern of the vessel it was cooked in. Don't want to ruin that vessel. Up next, ooh, from Gabby. Hey, these come in their own vessels already. You can just consume right from it. This was caramel latte and a bacon tuna mayo sandwich. I I also would not recommend. I will say right there, I would not recommend eating Gabby's hand. I'm pretty sure she needs that for stuff. Just saying. But latte right there. I'm not a coffee drinker myself. I know, big surprise. It's not like I brought it up multiple times on stream. I'm not a coffee drinker myself, but that coffee looking like it's good drink to help get you going. That sandwich right there, bacon, tuna, mayo, all in bread. That's a full meal right there. It comes in its own vessels. It's got its own vessel. You got so much goodness in there. It comes with its own thing you can eat from. It's multiple items too, so it's definitely not, shying away from being like evil. It's far away. It's not evil at all. This is 100% lawful. Right here. Now, the hard part though. Is it lawful neutral or lawful good? Like, that sandwich right there. It's a sandwich, and you get a coffee. Looks like, good sized sandwich. I might be wanting a bit more, though. So, I'm a little hesitant to say lawful good on this one. I'm sure, some people could argue that's a complete meal right there. You don't need anything else. Me, though, that sandwich, a bit tiny. Can I get a size on that sandwich right there? If I zoom in a bit. 152 grams, 289 calories. Yeah, I'm going to go lawful neutral on this one, though. That is lawful neutral, but a nice solid lawful neutral. Maybe get like a piece of fruit right there, and you got your day going good. Your day's starting up real good. Or maybe it's, lunchtime. Counterpoint, in Asia, people are extremely calorie ingredient and quantity conscious as part of the culture. Okay, reasonable, fair and reasonable. Because, yeah, that calorie is going to add a lot of coffee to it. That coffee will add a good few calories to it. So, I can see the argument for lawful good for sure. But I'm thinking, like, nutrition-wise, maybe a little something else extra in there. Breakfast-wise, yeah, you know what? Oh, I put that in neutral. Whoops. Fix that. I dragged it to lawful neutral, not... Oh, no, wait, no. I had it right there. Lawful neutral is where I wanted. I was mixing that up and chaotic good up. It's in its own packaging. That's right, Rave. We got a food chart. We have the TV... Can I actually retitle that? No, I can't. We have the TV dinner alignment chart. Got a bunch of foods. We throwing them on there. Actually, might be done fairly soonish, so if people have foods they want me to throw on there, I'll do that too. But, so what's the order so far? Ooh, alrighty. So, actually, real quick though, I will cover Jade's real quick, and then we'll go into the food chart, or the order so far, because that's going to take a good bit. People eat a meal like that for lunch for simplicity's sake, do the amount of time you have for lunch. Fair. Yeah, that's fair. You know what? Jade, you've convinced me. Lawful good. But now, we're gonna go over because Rave is here and asking about it, and because, hey, why not? We got plenty to go over still. This is the TV dinner alignment chart. It's like the D&D alignment chart by title. You have lawful good, neutral good, chaotic good, lawful neutral, true neutral, chaotic neutral, lawful evil, neutral evil, and chaotic evil. Now, we'll start at the top left. Lawful good, that's a full meal right there. It comes in its own tray. You get your instructions to reheat it or cook it, or maybe you don't have to do that. And that's a full meal. Hang on a second. There we go. But yeah, lawful good. You get your stuff. It's all ready to go. You don't have to put it on anything else. And it's a full meal right there. Or maybe it's like 2 parts of the full meal. Like, I'm talking like, a banquet TV dinner. A Hungry Man. Like, it's the actual definition of a TV dinner. Or, in some cases, because we're being a little lenient, it's like a chili dog and fries. Chili dog's loaded with good stuff. or a club sandwich, or that chicken bacon ranch wrap with a little salad there. Yup, the cleanup is minimal. You're getting a full meal out of it. You're set. You don't have to worry about washing the dish afterwards. But then again, there is also neutral good, where same thing for how it's cooked, or like for what constitutes the meal. The food is all there, but maybe you're moving it to a different vessel to consume it on. You don't have to, but you know, just for ideal sake, you want to. And then there's chaotic good. Still a full meal, but you know, you definitely want to move it to a different package. Oh, the ad break's starting soon. Let's see if I can wrap up this definition in like less than 5 minutes. Here we go. After chaotic good, we move on to lawful neutral. Now this is where you're still getting, you know, everything for minimal cleanup, but you're gonna want something else with it. So like, in the case of the... In the case of this, if it was just the sandwich or the coffee on its own, you're gonna want more than just that. But combined, I'll let it be lawful good. So separately, this would be lawful neutral, if it was just one or the other. Combined though, lawful good. True neutral. True neutral. This is one where it's like, you get something, it's gonna be, you know, most of a meal, but you're gonna want a little something else there to it, to complete it, to make it a complete meal. And, you know, you could eat it from the vessel it's in, but ideally, you're gonna wanna put it on a plate with the other thing, basically. Like a frozen chicken pot pie. You could eat it from the tin it's cooked in, the little tin there, but it's a bit of a fragile thing. You should probably move it to something else. Or the bagel bites. You know, yeah, you could just grab it from that, but maybe you want to plate them up to make it look nicer. And also, I would not call bagel bites a full meal. Like, yeah, you could have that as a full meal, but you should probably add a little something else to it. And then chaotic neutral. That's where it's, you know, you could, same thing with the packaging as a chaotic good. You cook it, but you eat it from a different vessel. And, you know, you're gonna want something else with it to make a complete meal. Just like a little bit there. Not a lot. So like a frozen sandwich, maybe you want some chips there. Or a frozen small burrito. Again, add some chips to it. Add like some baby carrots or something. Add a little salad. That'll make the full meal. But it's mostly complete there. But then we go to lawful evil. Yes, it's a food that comes in its own tray you can eat it from. But you definitely should have something else to it. Like Uncle Ben's bag of rice. Yeah, you can cook it in the bag and eat it straight from that bag. But you really should have something else to go with it. You shouldn't eat just rice. Or a cup of mac and cheese. Again, yeah, you could eat just that cup. But it's a little cup, a little tiny cup. Definitely should add more to it. Neutral evil. Same thing as the others. As the other neutrals where, you know, you can eat it from that vessel. But you should move to another one. But it is still, the food, definitely want to add something else to it. Like that steamer veggie bag, or some store-bought muffins. You could eat the store-bought muffins straight from the tray it comes in, but you really shouldn't. You should get the muffin out of there and just eat it with some other thing, like get a banana. And then there's chaotic evil. This was just throwing caution to the wind right here. You don't get, the instructions are questionable. You definitely need to move it to a different thing to cook it on, or you don't get instructions. And it is not a full meal. Like a head of broccoli you get at the produce section. No. That is not a full meal. That's just a head of broccoli. You want to do something to that, more than likely, and with it too. Or a tub of frosting. Please, for the love of God, do not just sit in front of a TV with a tub of frosting and call that your dinner. No. That's terrible right there. Need to get more water going real quick. Whew. Been yapping so much on this TV dinner alignment chart. But I've been having fun with it. So yeah, that's the TV dinner alignment chart. Basically, it was an idea brewing in my head for a while of just like, wow, hand, you are freaking out, and I'm holding you still. As I just pour some water. It's probably the water that's freaking it out. Yeah, there we go. And boom. Full glass of water now. Alrighty. But yeah, this was an idea I had floating in my head probably at least a month ago. It was like, what if I... Because I didn't want to just do a regular old tier list. I was like, what if we gave it some definition? What if we charted it out? Because I didn't want to just be like, oh, this is an S-rank meal, or hey, this is a full meal. That seemed like... That seemed like... Yeah, I could do that, but I wanted to add something to it. I wanted more. And I thought, D&D alignment chart, TV dinners. What if we combine those? As I mentioned this to Teebs a fair while back. There's a little idea floating around, but it wasn't concrete. So then, one of my mods and I, Noreen and I, we got together, we hashed this out, we got something figured out, and boom, the TV dinner alignment chart. I think originally it was something like, yeah, if it's a TV dinner, it's lawful good. If it's something else, then really it's a crapshoot as to what it is. Is it part of a TV dinner? But then it would also be like, yeah, TV dinner would be the only thing under, like, good. So, yeah, we hashed it out. We got something good going. And I've been having fun with this. And that ad break is starting real soon. So before we go to the next thing, actually, we'll bring up. Before ad break starts, we'll be looking at Bare Naked Wildly Delicious Granola. We'll discuss that more once the ad is done. But I know it's coming up. I don't want to leave any of y'all hanging around, lingering, wondering, what the hell happened here? What's going on? What did Zep think about all this, and why? Plus, I mean, when the ad break starts, like right now, I need to head to the bathroom real quick, so I will be right back. And in fact, let me just pause that music there, switch to the BRB screen, and add the audio source there. I probably should have added that beforehand, but hey, I get some music to go on. So I'll be right back. Don't go too far. I'll miss you all. Also, the music will not be playing on the VOD. Haha. Alrighty, I'm back. The ad break's almost done. How y'all doing? Hope y'all had a good moment. I needed that moment to stand up, stretch, and walk around a bit. Welcome back from ad break, everybody. Jade wants to eat a TV dinner now, but you need a portion for emergencies. Heck. Dang. bit of work there for it. But, you know what? As quiet as this song is right now, I will still turn it down some. Alrighty. Still got some Toto going. I ain't gonna complain about Toto. God, I love me some Toto. To say the least. Alrighty. But, back to the alignment chart. Back to the silly nonsense that I've got going on. We have, from Remy, some bare naked, wildly delicious granola. Cacao and cashew butter crunch. Ooh, sounds mighty tasty, really. Like granola right there? Deliciousness. Tastiness. But, where does it fall in the alignment chart? I certainly would not call this a full meal in its own. In fact, you definitely want other things. But, you know, the vessel it's in, I am 100% saying you can eat this straight from the bag. You don't need to portion it at all. You can, pour it out of the bag on something. You just like dig in, grab it, and call that good. So that's already on the lawful side. But just granola. Granted, granola does have a good bit to it. So, I would say this is more of a snack than a meal for sure. Definitely want to add some stuff to it. I'm leaning towards lawful evil myself. But hey, it's lawful. You can eat it straight from the bag. It's like in a bag of chips and just sit in front of the TV. Or a bag of popcorn, just sit in front of the TV. You're snacking on it. It's a full meal? I wouldn't say full meal in the slightest. But yeah, you know what? Lawful evil. Tasty looking granola too, like, man. Get that there, get that back on the screen. Great name too, Bare Naked. Man, just, you know, get some chocolate in there, some cashews with all that granola. That's gotta be good granola. I want to see if I can like order some of that online or pick it up from the store. Solar, how's it going? How you doing? Hope you've been enjoying the nonsense of this alignment chart so far. Since we got quite a bit on here. Chaotic Good has been killing it, taking up so much here. Thankfully, no one has submitted anything Chaotic Evil yet. I don't think anybody has. Alrighty. Up next, though, after the granola, the tasty-looking granola, we got, from Teebs, biscuits and gravy, eggs, and sausage patties. Man, that's a full meal right there, if I do say so myself. Yeah, you could add, like, some fruit to go on the side with it, but, man, or mix in some veggies with the eggs, but right there, that's a breakfast. That is a full and complete breakfast. It's definitely chaotic, but it's great. Hell yeah, let's go. Hey, glad you're doing good, too. I ain't gonna argue about that not being a full meal. That is 100% in the good section of the alignment chart. But, now, let's see. This is from a hotel, looks like. Considering, you know, we got the cup in the back saying Drury Hotels. So, they definitely don't want you just eating straight from their tray. So, it is definitely not lawful good. That's a given. That, full on, qualifies it from lawful. And same with neutral. Like, I'm sure, you know, they cooked it up, but this is definitely not something you can just grab and go. This is something you gotta plate up and eat somewhere else. So, chaotic good for sure. Granted, biscuits and gravy? Man, so good. Unfortunately, like, biscuits and gravy from a hotel. If this was biscuits and gravy from, like, a to-go thing, that would be lawful good. But considering, you know, at the hotel you had to plate it up like this, as messy as it is, it's chaotic good. This, yeah. Actually, you know what? Quick question. Wow, my wrong hand was moving there for some reason. Ooh, hey. Before I go on more on the food side of things, another album playing. We've got Robert Palmer's Heavy Nova. Such a good album. Such a good song, too, to start with. But, on the food. Chaotic good right here. Looks delicious. I will say the sausage looks like there's something left to be desired. Like, looks like It's a little dried up, but hey, that's hotel food for you. That's on the hotel. That being the continental breakfast. Can't complain too much about it, but yeah, yep. We'll take it as chaotic good. We'll find that. There it is. Hey, I see some of my food right there. Man, chaotic good is filling up like crazy. Your friends and you had a bit of a chaotic day yesterday for what you did during D&D. Ooh, still in the middle of the fight, but with time constraints. Oh, dang. Yeah, exactly. Hotel food is alright. It's... Unless, like, they really screwed it up, you're usually gonna at least have a filling meal there. Is it gonna be, you know, good and outstanding? Nah. Is it gonna be, you know, passable? Yeah. It's an alright. It's a solid alright. But yeah, if they, like, totally screw it up, botch it or anything, yeah, then it's where it goes really bad. Up next, ooh, we've got Gabby's biscuit breakfast sandwiches. Ooh, what did Gabby put in here? I see some bacon, I see some egg. The biscuits are looking good. It's, you know, on its own vessel right there. And, you know, with all that in there, that's like most of a full meal right there. You can really get going with that. Now, lawful good, it is not. I would not say it's lawful good. Well, depending on how you got it, though. If it's homemade, that's where it gets fuzzy. If you got it from a store, I mean, really, like, they could probably have just given you given it wrapped up to go. Really, you could do the same thing, actually. Make it its own vessel. Wrap it up in something, take it to go, or, you know, just plate it up like this. Yeah, you got minimal cleanup. You got Scale telling me to do crunches while I'm talking about food and making me go into this voice. God damn it, Scale. Hi, Scale. How's it going? How you doing today, buddy? Alright, let's get those crunches in real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sore, deaf, and tired. Dang, dude. I bet the deaf part's from that concert last night. Hope that concert was good. Sounded like it was gonna be real good, too. Right. And Solar had a chance to have some good food from 5-star Hotel before being shipped off to the Navy. Ooh. Hey, glad they fed you good before shipping you off. That's good. It was great. Hell yeah, Skell. Let's go. Perfect. Well, that's why you're fucked up right now. Hey, you got a good reason to be fucked up at least. Can't argue too much about that. God, that's such a good emote there. Do I have that rock out emote? I do. Perfect. Oh, buddy, let's go. So glad I got that from a hype train. Let's see here. But this egg sandwich, you know, I'd say it's mostly complete. It's kind of like the sandwiches that Tsunami submitted for the hot honey butter chicken biscuits. I'm leaning towards that as well, so I'm leaning towards neutral good for this. It's very much in the same boat, I'd say. So neutral good, but very good looking biscuit sandwich. Where are you heading, sandwich of... There we go. Neutral good. And it's been a minute now, so... Anyway, back to my normal voice. I'm kind of surprised my voice isn't totally screwed up. Alrighty. What we have next? It's not showing up. There we go. There it is. Ooh, from Luis. Some fresh goulash. Oh, my goodness. This looks so good. I see all sorts of stuff in here. I see some, what looks like some beef. I see some carrot, I believe. We got a good sauce, good gravy going. See some potato in there even. I think I see a little bit of onion. Over some noodles. Ooh. Ooh. Damn. That fresh goulash be looking so good. So fresh. So tasty. Now, a full meal it is. You eat a bowl of that, you're gonna be set. You're gonna be happy. I could just like kick back and relax after a full bowl of that. Just kick my feet up. or just, you know, spread, just really go, just really kick back after that. That would be a dang good meal right there. Now, it's good. It's on the good side, of course. That's a complete meal. However, you know, something like that, definitely, you know, definitely gonna be messy. Definitely plate it up so it's, you know, all cooked separately. I think that's a chaotic good one, but a damn good chaotic good. Or then again, well, the way it's prepared though, goulash, unless Elise did it differently. You know, you get one pot for your meat stew mixture, you get one pot for your noodles, and then you mix it together. You can't just eat it straight from those pots. Be very awkward for that. And you gotta clean it up afterwards. That's a chaotic good one. That's a tasty looking chaotic good. That's making me want to make some goulash. It's been so long. It's looking more like a gravy than tomato sauce, but ooh. Because that's what I'm used to for my goulashes, but chaotic good it is. Chaotic deliciousness. I want some. I crave it. Up next, from Tsunami, bacon pancakes and cheddar hash browns. Man, that bacon is looking so good. So big, too. Beating the hell out of a lot of the bacon I've been picking up. Those pancakes, nice, fluffy, all sorts of butter on there. Man, and some good syrup there. And those cheddar hash browns. Good dollop of hash browns there. And some cheese on top. Oh, man. Easily another one for chaotic good right there. So easily. And you know what? It got moved from one vessel onto another one. So, or multiple vessels. That's one for chaotic good. Definitely so tasty looking, so good. Just drooling looking at that bacon and those hash browns and those, got everything on there. Got me drooling so much. Chaotic good for sure. Damn, do I want some though. So badly. Where are you hiding? Bacon, pancakes. Yeah, there we go. Next up, this one is from Adapt. It's a mac and cheese bacon meat wrap with extra cheddar. Oh, you can just, like, wrap that up and just hit the road or wherever. Oh, you're set. Man. Now, with it being homemade, with all that in there, it doesn't really... I don't think it'd be going to lawful good in the slightest. Since everything was kind of there. But then again, the burrito is its own vessel, in a way. This is a tricky one. Who? Good for sure. That's got so much in it. That's a full meal right there. That hits the good mark. Chaotic good? I don't think it's chaotic good. It's either lawful or neutral. It's like, that's full meal right there. It didn't come in its own packaging. It definitely doesn't look store-bought. Like, that's part of the thing. I think the lawful good, that's more like store-bought for sure sort of thing. So I'm kind of leaning towards neutral good for this. Like, you got some cleanup ahead of you with this for sure, but you got everything right there. Hell, you could have just, like, once you made that wrap, just taking it all around wherever, but as messy as that's going to be, it is going to leave things around, I think. But this is a tough one here. Lawful or neutral good? Because lawful good, I put the wrap in as well. That's definitely, you know, full and complete right there. It's on its own thing, though, because of that plate there. That looks like, you know, a plate from home. I'm thinking neutral good. That's a neutral good right there. That is... Damn, that looks like it's going to fill you up, though. Real good. Like, so much in there. Also, mac and cheese inside a tortilla. Oh, golly. I got to do that one of these days. Man, make some mac and cheese. Just wrap that in a tortilla. Gah. Combining burrito and mac and cheese. Deliciousness right there. So good. So beautiful. So much craving. Alrighty, next up. Hey, Dio! We got your breakfast sandwich here. The double bacon cheeseburger, pepper jack, egg, everything bagel. Aw, man. So much goodness right there. Bacon, cheeseburger, pepper jack cheese even. We got an egg on there as well. That's... Nope, that is not yours. Oh! Oh, crud, if that's not yours. Shoot. Maybe I don't have it then. Man, who sent that one? Let's see if I can do a find real quick. Just a real quick looking around. Oop. Come on, tell me. Tell me, Discord. Join the Discord if you're not in there. Just a quick Discord push. What we got? Who? Oh, it's taking me a bit to find it, is the thing. Oh, that was Gabby that sent that one. Okay. Dang. It's looking great, though. Man. I am trying to remember now if, like, I've seen you submit. I'm sure you have, but how far back was it? How far back did you submit last, send a breakfast sandwich deal? That's, like, the other tricky thing there. Finding it. But, anyway, we'll worry about that part another time. Gabby's breakfast sandwich here. Gabby's very, very filling breakfast sandwich. You eat that, you're going to be set for the day. Hell, you might even want to take a nap right afterwards. As big as that is, as filling as that is. Man, I mean, it's taking up almost the whole plate right there. That's a bagel, too. Ooh, it's a double. You get 2 cheeseburgers in there. 2 cheeseburger patties. 2 burger patties, 2 slices of cheese. You get bacon, you get egg. And I bet that egg is going to be oozing down that whole stack once you take a bite out of it. God, that's almost like a fork and knife affair right there, as tall as it is. Whew. I'm thinking neutral good as well. It's going to be messy, I guarantee it. But, ooh, you're going to be satisfied with that. That's a neutral good. That is a damn good one, but that is a neutral good. And it's also one, like, I'm looking back at it. I don't have the person that submitted on the file name. I was good about that for the most part, but dang, missed one. I missed a few. Next up, from Luis, spaghetti bolognese. Now, this is one that, personally, I would just like some garlic bread with it to make that a full meal. That's the only thing missing there from it, but that spaghetti bolognese, that'd be looking good. But I will, say that's a full meal right there. I think this is, definitely on the chaotic good side. Like, again, it's something like, yeah, you probably could have had it straight from the pot, but you had it plated up. It's beautiful looking. It's got me hungering. Damn good, chaotic good right there. Ooh, chaotic good is running away with so much here. Alright, I believe this is the last one for what other people have submitted before we go into what I made. From Jade, some curry, eel, and rice. Ooh, curry, eel, rice. That's 3 things right there. That looks like a very good filling bowl right there. I would devour that in a heartbeat. Looks like, is that a little extra, got a little extra veggie there on the side as well, maybe? Or some veggie in there. Can see some veggies too, so you got a lot in there as it is. Man, nice bowl, nice chopsticks too. That's looking damn good. Now, as for its own packaging, I guarantee it. That's, oh man, good for sure. This is on the good side. I'm thinking chaotic good. We got, the chopsticks are a nice thing there. Yeah, but yeah, chaotic good, more than likely. That's what I'm leaning towards. Like, that had to be cooked in multiple things. Multiple things lead to so much deliciousness. Then you just plate it all up. Go from there. That That's a chaotic good in my book. Alrighty. And now we go into what I made. There's a good chance most of these that I made are all just going into, like, chaotic good. But up first, now I made this very recently. We got some chicken legs, some potato wedges, and some roasted zucchini. Roasted up that chicken too. Oh, I tell you, that was some good chicken. That got me to use the last of some chicken seasoning I picked up a good while ago. And the potato wedges, like, the only thing was, like, maybe I overcooked those potato wedges a little bit. Just a little bit. But not too much. Got a little crispy on the ends, but oh, the insides, though. Oh, those insides were so fluffy. So tasty. And that zucchini, big chunk of zucchini there. I had to cut that up with a knife some. You sent a picture to me? Ooh, we got another one to add later on. Let's go. Thank you, Dio. Oh, there it is. But on the chicken legs, though, this 100%, that's a full meal right there. It's got everything to it, but I will 100% tell you, ain't no way, like, yeah, you could, like, wrap it up in something, just take it on the go, but, no, that is chaotic good right there at its finest. Delicious chaotic good, but chaotic good for sure. Let me get this saved real quick. Discord. Oh, boy. Snag any of the foods you've shown in the servers? Heck yeah. If I do a part 2 of this rave, I will gladly do that. Actually, you know what? Real quick. What do y'all think of a part 2 of this? I don't know how much longer I'll go on after, these images. And also because, like, I have to do some more digging. I also don't want to just, like, do the digging and interrupt the flow of this some. Part 2 would be fun. Part 2 would be fun? Alrighty, good enough for me. We'll have to table that for another time for sure. But, hey, we got this. We got one other picture. I can already feel my voice kind of getting worn out some, so... Chaotic good for my roasted chicken legs, potato wedges, and zucchini. If it'll drag along, come on. Oh boy. Mouse got a little funky there. Oh boy. Whoop. Oh, okay, now it's cooperating. It hung up a bit there. Alrighty. Chaotic good. With, yeah. What's the next thing I have here submitted? This one I don't think I share around Discord that much. I took some leftover hot dogs, some scrambled egg, just mixed it all together with some cheese and put it on a piece of sourdough with a banana and an apple. Now, the banana and the apple, that would definitely lead to neutral good. You can just grab that and go, no big deal. The bread, though, because... yeah, it's all sitting on that bread. That bread is meant as a vessel, but it is so messy. Stuff is gonna fall off. It's a bit of a mismatch of stuff. It's gonna go everywhere. This one's a chaotic good for me. But, ooh, was it good? Yes, you bet it was good. Oh, so good. So tasty. So quick and easy to make, after having so many leftover hot dogs. Chaotic good for this. Played it up on a good thing, though. Up next. Ah, yes. My red chili pulled pork with some beans and some rice. And some cheese on top. Some Monterey Jack cheese. Ooh. I tell you, this was some damn good stuff. Ah, had some nice heat to it, that pork. Those beans, got to soak that in there too. Those cooked up real well. And that rice. Tasty rice. This was in multiple pots, multiple things to cook in, and then it all got put together. This is a chaotic good thing, that's for sure. But good, oh, it was so good. The only other thing I would say is, like, I added some carrots the next day. But, like, this is a meal on its own right there. That bowl, plenty filling, so good. Half of it rice, half of it beans and pork. Mix it all together, that worked out real damn good. Another chaotic good. Another beautiful, beautiful thing. Alrighty. Whoop. Ooh, mac and cheese. Mac and cheese. Remember that mac and cheese stream I did a while back? Man, I could have just eaten this straight from this dish right here. That was a full meal in and of itself right there. Just what I had in the bowl. This though, man, again, full meal. You had everything in there. Got some pasta, got some cheese, got some beef in there. Even had some green onions in there. That worked out real well, I tell you. Homemade cheese sauce too. 100% good. This one, I'm inclined to say neutral good on this one. Just because, really, like, straight out of this dish, yeah, it would have been a mess. But I didn't have to make anything else. I could just, like, this might be a weird one to say neutral good for, but I'm kind of leaning towards neutral good for this one. So, neutral good it is. To me. 100% good, though. God, I'm just saying, if I could cook mac and cheese for y'all, how much mac and cheese would I have to make? Alrighty. Ooh, this one here, actually. This one I may need your help on, chat. Because we've got an apple, some grapes, and some little muffin egg cups. So, full meal right there. That was a tasty breakfast, to say the least. It had everything in there I could ask for. It was a good one. Only thing was, like, maybe could have had another cup. But, here's the thing, chat. And this is where I really want your help on this. Do we call this lawful good? Because even though I plated it up to make it look nice, I could have just, like, grabbed stuff straight from what it was in and just eaten it out of my hand. Because, like, the grapes, yeah, they were in a bag. The apple, you'll hold a hand, you eat it with your hand anyway. The egg cups, I just pulled them out of the tin. I could have just, like, put them in a napkin and just eaten it from there, or just, like, picked it up out of the tin, put it in my hand, and eaten it straight out of my hand. The fork, just made it seem like it was a bit classier. But then again, this is where it's like, do I throw it in neutral good or chaotic good, though? Because I did plate it up. The meal itself was plated, and that's how it was eaten. It was eaten straight off the plate. So, if I had to pick between neutral and chaotic, I would be leaning towards neutral because I did plate it up. I could have just eaten it straight out of what it is, but I did plate it up. So, chat, help me out here on this one. Actually, what if I got a poll going for this one? Lawful good. We'll do a vote. Neutral good. And chaotic good. Don't need any extra votes there. 2 minutes to vote, chat. Y'all help me out on this one. Because it's a tough one. I can argue for each of these. I'm sure. Like, chaotic good because I did plate it up. Because all of it to be together, it was all in one plate. Neutral good because I could have grabbed it on the package, but just for convenience sake, I did put it on the plate. And lawful good because I could have just, like, grabbed each of those separately. Hell, I could have just taken a picture, like, yeah, here's the tray, here's the apple, here's the grapes. Boom. There we go. And I just chose to plate it up to make it look nice. So, it's such a tricky one there to me. This is why I need y'all's help. And it looks like neutral's taking the cake right now. We got 1 vote for neutral. How's everybody feeling, though? I am gonna... I may need to get a throat lozenge tomorrow, jeez. I'm doing a hell of a lot more talking than I usually do on these streams. I am super focused on this. Cursing again. After yesterday, after doing those voices, I'm surprised I'm speaking fine still. God, yesterday was a lot of fun, though. I had a lot of fun yesterday playing Monster Prom. Gotta get more Monster Prom going. Just gotta. Which is a good thing. I got something planned, but I'll talk about that more after stream. Or, well, not after stream, but at the end of the stream. Yeah! Heck yeah. It's such a goofy game. Alrighty. That vote's wrapping up here in a bit. It's gonna be the end of that. It's gonna decide where it goes soon. Alrighty, chat. Last chance. Get that vote in. We got a few seconds left. The winner is... Neutral Good. Alrighty. Neutral Good it is for this. Where are you? Alrighty. Whoop. Oh yeah, I still gotta add Dio's thing in there. We'll get a little sneak peek at what Dio has in store. Whoop. Boom. There we go. Alrighty. Last of what I made and submitted. Catfish, fries, and a nice little sauce. Now, that plate absolutely filled up. Absolutely filled up, ready to go, dang. Straight up. Full meal right there. You could argue, like, yeah, I should have had like a little vegetable on the side or something, but I didn't. Potatoes are a vegetable too, you know, just saying. Yeah, I even made a little sauce there. Now, I'm leaning towards Chaotic Good on this one. Because I definitely do not want to have it straight from the vessel it was cooked in. I was frying it in a wok, and so it was just soaking in oil. You have to pull it out of that oil. Granted, what I did dry it off on, paper towel, and some old papers. And plate, but I did migrate over. Also, the sauce had to get its own little dish. So that's a chaotic here. But man, that was a big chunk of catfish right there. If I remember right, it was like 2/3 of a pound right there. And then a potato on top of that I just sliced up in the fries, cooked it up. Man, that's a chaotic good, but that's a damn good chaotic good. Definitely not something you easily just take on the go. Especially because of that sauce. I think that sauce is like a big thing keeping it from being neutral. It's just like, it was there for dipping, so you had to dip it in there. Oh, let's see if I can get back to finding Dio's submission. Oop. Oh, shoot. I gotta probably reload that. Actually. Where are you, alignment or TV dinner? Let's see here. Is there a refresh? Yeah, I'll just delete these other things. That probably refreshed some. Alrighty. That did perfect. Alrighty. Our final submission of the night. Before I call it a night, before we end the stream here, before I go on to yapping about a few other things. This is Dio's breakfast sandwich. And what a delicious looking breakfast sandwich it is. Dio, I know you've mentioned before a good bit what all goes in here. But if you can help me out some, what all is in here? I'm seeing, it's all on a bagel. I'm seeing some thin bacon, a nice egg patty. Is that some ham underneath? And is there anything underneath that ham? Or is that roast? No, wait, is that roast? Dio, if you want to chime in a bit on this one. And now, I also know, Dio's mentioned before, this is something he makes at conventions. To just give out to people that he's hanging out with. So, Dio could probably just, very much hand this to you, and you go on your merry way. Maybe it's wrapped in a paper towel. That's its vessel. It's wrapped it up all nicely. That's looking like a full meal there. Dio hands it to you and goes. You go on your own way. Garlic roast beef. Oh, ooh. Turkey, bacon, and an egg on an onion bagel. Ooh, very nice. Good evening, Callus. How's it going? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. It came in at the tail end, but hey, we gotta pad things out. Or morning. I mean, for me, it's 8:34 in the evening. But that's me. That's my neck of the woods. We'll let you hear. Now that's a full meal if I do say so myself. Yeah, that's turkey there, yeah. No clue what it's on your end? Dang, that's not good. What time is it for you, Callus? Oh no! But yeah, onion bagel, garlic roast beef, turkey, bacon, and an egg. Full meal right there. Like, man, you eating good there? You get that from Dio, put that in a paper towel. You don't need to put that on a plate. Hell, it's on a paper towel right now, as it is anyway. You get that, you go. You're set. That is lawful good right there. Dio's doing you a service at that convention, making that. You got lawful good. Boom. The homemade thing. Look, 4:34 a.m. I mean, I'm leaning towards early morning. But then again, that's like an hour before I roll out of bed on work days. And alright, chat, here it is. The alignment chart, the first one. We've got under lawful good. We've got 3, traditional, you go to the store, you go to the frozen section, get yourself a TV dinner. We got a chili dog and some fries. We got a club sandwich and some chips. We got a chicken bacon ranch wrap and a salad. We got a coffee and another sandwich with bacon and tuna and mayo. And we got a breakfast sandwich from Dio that'll get you going and get you going good. You just take it on the go. We got 5 crunches from Callus right here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So wonderful. 8 things to help solidify the lawful good. And I'm just saying, you find Dio at a convention, if he's got his stuff set up, I am doing a lot of work right now, just like fix my hair and my headphones. That's looking like you're going to be set for the day. So hey, Dio, any chance you're going to make this a TwitchCon? I'm just saying, I could go for one of these at TwitchCon. Like, whatever day it is, I could go for this, and I could go so good for this. But then, excuse me, next, neutral good. We got ourselves an MRE, we got some bag chili. Those, you could have it in there, but you want to put it on another vessel. We got some chicken biscuits. We got so many things. You make sure you bring everything for an airplane. Yeah, that's fair. Because what all do you cook it on, Dio? That's what I'm wondering, too. Then again, depending on where you end up going anyway for staying, for accommodations in, or at TwitchCon. Depends what they have there, too. I mean, I lucked out last year with the Airbnb I stayed at. Artie! Thank you for the raid! Welcome on in, Raiders! How's it going? For those that don't know me, my name's Zep. I'm some chill dude out here on the internet playing games, guitar, and cooking up a storm. And tonight, we have the end of the TV dinner alignment chart. We're going over the end of it. Artie, how's it going? How you doing? How'd your stream go? What'd you stream? Hope it's going. Oh, you do have the electric griller in there in the back of the picture. Maybe. And yes, Jade, the list is over. We've got all the food here. We've got so much food on here. We're going over real quick. Man, where's the one you sent me? I did not put that. Where? Oh, crap. Where did I put that? No wonder I didn't go over it. Shoot. Where did it go? Where the hell did I put it? That's why it's not on there. Gah. Alrighty. Finally! Finally! We have one final submission from Jade. Let me get that up real quick for y'all. Doing great. Was playing Space Trucker Simulator. Oh, yeah, Elite Dangerous. I was like, wait, Space Trucker Simulator? Hang on, what? So much more fun with the flight stick and the throttle? Ooh! Interesting! Shoot! Man! I'm gonna have to check that out. I'm curious about that. I don't have a flight stick myself, so that kind of throws a bit of a wrench into that. But... Mmm... Alrighty, real quick like. Get that added. Take that one out. And get the final one in here. The final. Let's see here. We have this mess of some nonsense here from Sam and Max as submitted by Jade. This wild amalgamation of all sorts of crud left in the fridge for too long and the freezer for too long. It's mutated. It's grown into something. This nonsense. So many TV dinners. Now, Sam did us a favor. Freezer burnt TV dinner right here. The thing. The everything. It's mutated. It's gone crazy. Would I recommend it as a meal? God, no. But Sam did us a favor and ate it all. Recognize your X56 with no issue, unlike War Thunder. Aw, man. I don't have a flight stick, but I do have a wheel meant for a farming sim. But this one, Sam did a brave thing here, eating it all. Just devouring it. Swamp Thing. Yeah, basically Swamp Thing. This is not a meal in its own right. In fact, it is multiple meals, so that kind of sort of disqualifies it. However, it is technically food. It is very questionable, though. Are there instructions on how to cook it, reheat it? No. So you're on your own figuring this one out. In fact, you're on your own eating this. I ain't gonna help you with it. Who knows what it is? Who knows what all is in there? There's like everything. Is it a full meal? It's way more than a full meal, so, man. Is it evil? Yes. Is it chaotic evil? I'm kind of leaning towards chaotic evil. We have our one chaotic evil submission here tonight, chat. Boom. The evil TV dinner. It wants to be eaten. But then again, so does raw shrimp. So does a head of broccoli. So does a tub of frosting. Those all want to be eaten. Do you want to eat them on their own? I wouldn't recommend it. We did it. Wow, Lawful Neutral's the only one that didn't get anything submitted by somebody, actually. Funny enough. But here we are. The final tier list. Part 1. No. You don't... I'm not saying you freeze a tub of frosting. I'm saying, Artie, would you have just a tub of frosting as a dinner? As your meal. As dinner. Like, just the tub. Just the frosting straight out of the tub. Not on a cake, not with, like, crackers or anything. I don't like graham crackers. Although graham crackers and frosting, good combo there. Just the frosting. If desperate, exactly. If desperate, there's the kicker there. If you're desperate, if that's what you got on hand. Is it shark because maybe it's up for frosting? I mean, I don't have any horse in that race. I'm gonna be honest. I don't go through that. So, I'll leave that up to those that experience that. Also, we're on to another album now. Although we definitely won't get too far with this one. But we're listening to some Ace Frehley. 10,000 volts. That's a good one, too. Anyway. Our final lineup. We covered Lawful Good. Throws a tub of chocolate into the shark tank. Feeding time! Oh, don't worry. We'll have a screenshot. But I do want to go over the rest of this. Where did we leave off? These biscuits, we have so many good things here. 2 biscuits that constitute a full meal on their own, but you have to get a separate thing for them. Dios gets the exception because he's the one handing it to you. We got the burrito, or the wrap, I should say, with macaroni and cheese and some beef. We got a double cheeseburger on a bagel. We got that mac and cheese. I would 100% like just... If I was feeling like a gremlin, or it's just like, hey, I'm just throwing this out here. Pulling off something goofy, eat it out of there. Got my breakfast egg cups. Chaotic Good. Yeah, you can cook it. You have to cook it out of that thing, but it is a full meal in there. Boom. So much here. So much submitted for Chaotic Good. Man, we got 3 rows of that. Chaotic Good takes the cake here. But Chaotic Good, maybe that's truly the best meal you could ask for. Michelina mac and cheese clears everything. Ooh! Also, what's up, Wolf? How's it going, Cinewolf? How you doing, buddy? Good to see ya. Feeding time. I'm telling you, We got Hamburger Helper, a skillet meal. We got some frozen pizza. We got a can of Campbell's chicken noodle soup. We got pizza. We got pizza. We got soup. We got tacos. We got tacos. We got so many things on here. It's crazy. No Totinos. Nobody submitted Totinos. We got Bagel Bites, though. I mean, Totinos, I would say, is true or neutral. But, hey, Totinos? I'm just saying. Next time, what if people just submitted more things? I don't know when we do this again. Maybe a couple months from now or so. I do like the idea of a part 2 of this, though. And hey, lawful neutral? We got things here. You definitely want something else, but you know what? Pretty dang good there. What do you mean? Maybe you're just getting old. Nah. Maybe we didn't get many submissions. I'm just saying, get more people in on this. If y'all follow me on them socials and keep an eye out. Haha, there we go. There's me pushing my socials. I got that Blue Sky. I got that Twitter. I got that Discord. I got that Instagram even. I didn't post anything on Instagram. We got Narina with the exclamation mark socials. Thank you so much, Narina. There's all those cool things. We got links out the wazoo. Check it out. Follow me on their things if you'd like to. Or hell, even just DM me on Discord even. We got true neutral of some things that's like, yeah, you could have it as you could have it off of the thing. You should move it to something else. You can have it as a full meal. You should add something else. That strawberry cake, though, I tell you. And we have chaotic neutral. Don't cook it in the thing it comes in, but do try to add a few other things. But I mean, you could have it on its own. Lawful evil. Hey, eat it from there, but you're gonna want something else. But you could eat it from that thing it comes in. Neutral evil. It's not a full meal. You should move it to something else, but you could eat it out of that thing. And then chaotic evil. What the hell? Who's gonna eat raw shrimp? That is specifically raw shrimp. Ooh. I'll try to remember Ray. In fact, I'm gonna make a note of it. Pemmican and jerky. Ooh. Interesting. You know, I'm willing to say that could be. That's at least neutral. Maybe good. Could be good. Probably good. But I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll have to think about that another time. Alrighty. We got our list. We gonna save that. We gotta download that too, real quick. Pemmican. I haven't seen Pemmican in I don't know how long. Alright, I'm gonna hide the opera window real quick. Where did I put that damn thing? Chart. There we go. Alrighty. Come on, opera. Aren't you glad I hit this thing so you don't have to worry about like the nonsense I'm having to deal with? There we go. Come on. Download. There we go. Alrighty. Let's full screen that again. Get that zoom in going. We'll get that shared around, of course. I'll post it in places. That's not the one I wanted to show up. Whoopsie. Sorry, you're getting flashbanged by the frozen TV dinner monster. But yeah, we got so much good stuff. We got that. Now. Ooh, you have a recipe from 5 ever ago. Ah, if you find that recipe, Artie. If you ever find that recipe, I would love to see it. I'm curious about making it. I want to give that a try someday. But, chat, I gotta tell y'all something. My voice is starting to hurt a little bit. I've been at this for a while, and it's been a lot of fun. But I do think I need to give my voice a bit of a rest. So, on that note, how about we raid out to somebody? Let's go find someone goofy to share some stuff with. Who's doing stuff? Who's onto something? Who's up to something? Who's up to things? Who's up to cool things? Them usual words. Thank you for the raid message, Narina! Let's see here. You know, You know, I'm kind of tempted to go raid out to Tulk, because he's playing some Super Mario 64. But it's not quite the game I remember. So It's literally a brick of jerky, dried fruits, pork fat, oats, and seeds. You know, I do like all of those. I'm game for all of those. You know what? Yeah, let's go right out to Tulk. He's a good bean. He's dying eternally. Let's give him some support or harass him. But everybody, thank you all so very, very much for stopping by, tuning in, all that good stuff. I'm gonna go rest my voice after this. Thank you for tuning in, Star! I'll see you all next time. Actually, before we do that raid, I gotta mention stuff real quick. So, first of all, now that I've hit 1,000 followers, I am playing my first subathon and a week of streams. Check Discord for more info. Remember, ! Discord. I've got it linked everywhere. And second of all, for those of you listening in later, well, you already know. The music's not playing. But yeah, for those of you that were here, glad you got to stop by and tune in and hear the music. But yeah, 1,000 followers, week of streams. We got some good stuff playing. We got a lot going on. We got a subathon even. My first ever subathon. We got some great nonsense going. I'll catch you all next time. Laters. Wrong screen, wrong button. There we go.